I almost
Yay!
threw you off.
Last
Almost.
week on Apocalypse World, our player characters had made some interesting questions and found some interesting answers, and I think you're
Yay!
making
Threw
some
you
really
off.
good progress.
Almost.
We learned that our friend Leon is officially going to leave the tower with no obstacles in his path, or so it seems, and that the rest of our player characters seem to want to go and murder a specific gang that basically has a city wrapped around their fingers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, am I missing anything else important that happened last week?
Well, I don't want to murder the entire gang. I just want to murder the people at the top and
Yeah,
take their
Saffron
job.
wants to take it over, so
I have a
She
certain.
kind of had to make a promise.
I have a certain group of it I want to kill. Several
yeah,
times.
you want to kill them several times. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Unfortunately, they're not player characters.
I
so
think
they can't
Setter
take
can help
the-
you with that.
Yeah, just bring Setter along, revive them, and kill them again. That's how that works.
She has angels.
So, I'm the GM, Jess, also Red Yellow Girl on Twitch.
I am Griffin, definitely not Griffin on Twitch, and I play Leon in Trench.
I don't know why everyone's
I'm
laughing.
Griffin, and I'm definitely not Griffin.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm Seth. I play Setter, Key, and Saffron, and don't stream on Twitch. But you'll see me throwing kappas in these guys' chats.
I'm
hey.
Kappa, and I play Iris.
Don't throw Kappa. Don't do it.
Just tossing her around, man.
Be nice to her. What did she do to you?
She's gonna try to kill me.
I'm some Canadian guy.
Yeah,
I
that
play
makes
two
sense.
characters. It's cool. You'll find. You'll listen to me.
That's
Before,
Rodney.
yeah, that is Rodney. Before we start proper, Calculus gave me a definition of kappa this week.
Oh boy.
Oh, really?
Kappa is curvature.
Cool.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Anyway,
Are you curvature, Kappa?
Wait, so like the definition of like, or the derivative of like a 3D space?
kind of. It's the
Nerds! Nerds!
Nerd.
Nerds!
Or
So
Mask Squad emotes in chat if you can be talking about that shit.
there's
does the people
they contain
play
yeah.
in Apocalypse World?
The definition has derivatives in it, but there are a couple different formulas.
Okay.
But a circle with radius a has a curvature of 1 over a. Yay. Anyway, enough calculus for now.
Anyway, yeah, don't
Never.
talk about math. It hurts my head.
Don't do math on stream.
Yeah, don't. Hold on, what is this text message?
This is for you.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Hold on. Fucking don't know what I'm looking at. Mom sent me a text message and it looks like it's measuring how bad I am at math, and I don't know. I'm very confused.
Very convenient.
Timely.
So, before we get started, first of all, happy Yom Kippur. How
Yes.
was your day off, Kappa?
I'm not Jewish. Oh, wait, no.
Did you-
Yeah,
Don't you have
yeah,
like
I do
school
have.
off?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
have a nice
yeah.
day off? I slept most of the day.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting to the homework now. I'm actually doing Italian as we speak because I'm, smart like that.
Cool. Oh, it's about how bad I did on the MCA. Actually, I didn't do bad. But Anyway, so we also have to do those things, highlights. Yes.
Yeah, we have all that stuff to do.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll threshold too.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your moves, friends. If you have
I would normally
downtime
roll.
moves.
Yeah, I would normally roll moonlighting for Leon, but I'm gonna say my time's kind of being consumed by working on Earl's car.
I don't. I mean,
So-
are we having downtime? We
Well,
left last
here,
session.
I was gonna ask you guys. I can't remember exactly the note that last session ended on.
It was pretty much. It was okay. Now I'm mixing it up with my other game. It was Iris
Yeah, you
and
did.
nobody, and anyone else might have been in that room having their conversation. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And but okay, so the next major event that I see in our timeline, the big events that we're leading up to is Leon.
Yes.
His, like, getaway, I guess.
I live for another
His
week.
retirement.
Hmm.
And also the Black Sludge thing. So do you guys plan to do that before or after Leon's meeting? That's in
2 days.
3 days?
2 more
2
days. We finished
Yeah.
today last session. We were productive.
Also, I'm pretty sure Iris said that she'd get in the augury before Leon went away.
Okay, so
So-
fair. Let's no downtime then. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's what I was
I
gonna ask you
think we're
guys.
just going.
I think we're just going. So did anybody take notes last week and want to point out some awesome things that we learned?
Cough, cough, kappa, cough, cough.
Okay.
Because I
didn't take a bunch
can't
of
remember
notes.
the information that I gave you, and if I start talking, you guys are gonna hear shit you're not supposed to know.
Oh, damn, I actually deleted the notes. Okay, but... Wait, did I?
Well, there's one
Yes,
big
I did.
thing.
What's
yeah,
the big thing?
Oh, wait, no, these are my notes. Okay.
We learned that Kappa's an anchor baby. Iris is an anchor baby.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm the second anchor, M being the first. And Iris... Nobody has M's memories.
But there,
Maelstrom is a part of M.
M got away
Maelstrom made
somehow.
nobody... Yeah. Leon couldn't see the real world because the Maelstrom didn't want to give him what he wanted. Anchor is a better term for vessels, and M was the first vessel. And
Cool.
that's all the notes I have.
So I'm curious, Iris, after this conversation you had, now that you've had some out of game time to process it, what is Iris thinking about the Maelstrom now?
She has no idea. She's very unsure whether they're still this protective figure as she considers them, or if they're just something completely different with little protectiveness. And then
Yeah, are
also,
you-
how they-
Yeah, I imagine learning that you're the anger for this thing, I mean, makes it feel a bit more like maybe a parasite than
It's a bit
I
like
know we're not gonna, yeah, we're gonna do that, but I wanted this is for me as the GM. I need to know this because it's in
Yeah.
Iris's brain.
Just wanted to make sure.
Also, I
Yeah.
feel like it's a bit like Mother Gothel and Rapunzel for any of you that's seen Tangled. How
Yeah.
she only kept Rapunzel for the hair and to keep safe. So that's kind of
So you feel
What,
used.
Iris? a little bit, feel a little bit used, but she doesn't want to admit it because Maelstrom was basically her second parent,
Okay.
but instead of being
The
You
first.
can keep me updated
and
in
now
game
we're
if you want to tell
fighting.
everybody else, or just send me messages in Skype about how you're feeling about that because it's relevant.
Mhm.
So, cool. So let's do our highlighting. Let's go down. Let's start from the bottom. Setter.
Awesome.
I have a 2 and
I-
a 3.
I have ones for both.
Okay. Rodney, do you have a 3 with Setter?
Go ahead.
What?
Said go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Sorry, it cut out a little bit for me. All right. I want to see Setter be hot
Cool.
with her
No hot sass.
with her new with her new stats.
And I'm gonna say sharp.
She's a +3 hot.
Hmm.
Leon.
+2. And then
I have
for
twos.
Trench. +2 and +1.
Let's have Leon be weird, I
Alright,
think.
cool.
No, weird.
Yeah,
We were making that joke once.
I know.
Making it every
I was setting it up for
Yeah,
you.
but cool. Also cool. So.
Okay. So, weird twice. Got it.
Oh God. Iris.
I have a 3. Well, Trench does anyway.
Can't beat that. Oh wait, yes, Saffron has a 3.
Oh, this is 3 weeks in a row that we've done this, that's right.
It's probably sticking with weird.
Yeah, let's go with weird. Why not?
And sharp.
There's some interesting stuff to be had from Iris.
Indeed.
The king.
Saffron has a 3.
I have a 1 and a 3. Leon has a 3.
I think Saffron definitely wants to see the king be hard.
I would love to see that.
Hard, did you guys say?
Yes.
And hot. Two different ways to deal with problems. Let's see which one he chooses. We all
I
know,
wonder.
but, you know.
Okay.
Not Cash. Cash isn't a thing. I mean, he is, but he's busy. Saffron.
I got a 3.
+1.
No, wait. I have a 2 and a 2.
I have
Sorry.
3. And hot, of course.
And hard.
Alright, 2 is 2. Solve the problem.
Trench.
Setter has a 3.
+1.
I'm sticking with my hard, because
It's
I hope we
gonna
get enough
happen.
fights. Eventually. Do it long
Eventually.
enough and I'll be right.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright. No weird highlight. This will be the session that I finally get to roll that, I bet.
Yep.
The Wild Orchid.
Saffron's got a 3.
+1.
I got 0s.
Is there a don't hide in the shadows stat?
No.
And come out
No.
at weird times where in
No.
places you shouldn't be?
Hey man.
Oh, it's awesome.
Just comic relief.
You should give her the move that lets her just be. It's like the bone feel move or whatever.
From the Savvy Head, yeah.
Yeah, it just lets her be in a spot of trouble. I don't know. What should I give her? Weird, maybe? No. Let's just do sharp. Sharp seems reasonable.
And hard. Because I'd like to see her get violent. I don't even know what weapon she has.
She's got a fancy
Just got an
katana.
ornate sword. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. So,
Nice.
who wants
So-
to start us off with a scene?
Iris, after finishing talking with nobody, will probably go to Setter to tell him about the fact that she needs to go into the auger.
Yeah, that's
a
right.
thing. God, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do a single minute of prep this week because I didn't think I needed to. So let's see how
In
this goes.
true play to see what happens fashion.
I'm sure
We're
that's
finally
fine.
getting something like a month after it was decided it was going to happen.
Yep.
Finally, she goes in the augury.
I mean, come on. How many sessions did it take you to get your goddamn hold?
Yeah.
You know how
I-
this game
Five?
works.
Yeah.
I took my retirement advancement before I got my second one, my gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that really quick. I think I need to tell you what's the deal with my threshold this week.
Yes. Tell me about it.
It's going to continue to be a barrier to the world psychic maelstrom, isolating all within from it, because I feel like I'm going to die as soon as I don't have that.
Fair.
It's going to, I believe, provide 2 safety instead of just 1 safety.
Good. Sweet.
What does safety do?
Safety is
Is it like armor?
Whenever a player's character within your threshold rolls hard or weird, they subtract your threshold safety from the roll.
Awesome.
And
I
whenever
like
an NPC within my threshold begins to take violent action, the MC must tell, you must tell me, and have me roll plus safety. God, these pronouns. On a 10 plus.
Read that all again. Who's rolling what if what
If an,
happens?
if an NPC is going to begin to take violent action inside of the threshold, you have
Yeah.
to tell me, and I get to roll my safety. So +2 in this case.
So what counts as being inside your... Is it just if they go after you?
So by default, the threshold is the infirmary.
Okay.
I've been picking the moves that extend it to the people I want to protect.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to, instead of picking that one... Oh, poor Prim.
Oh, that's where it is. I was like, where did I put your goddamn right-hand person? She should have been on my home front right here. She isn't, but she was right there, except for not in the right spot. Gosh darn it. It was bothering me last session, too. Found it. So, who's going to be inside your protection?
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm picking that one this time.
Which one are you picking, then?
I think I might pick it protects any space I'm in, moving wherever I go. No, I'll
Fair.
just do the protection one. I'll
No,
do-
that's fine. You can do whatever you want. Complicate people's lives. Do my job for me.
I'm just... I got this image of going down to the augury and trying to turn it on. I think I'll just have it go to people I protect.
Okay, so which PCs are you protecting? Your patients again?
Did I ever stop from Iris? I never started on Iris.
Never start.
Still Trench. Trench is the only one.
Okay.
Trench and Prim.
Goddamn metagamer.
Trench hasn't said anything to her. She would have kept protecting
Well,
Neo too.
I did say something to you, but I also wrote it off as
He's
crazy
French.
lady.
Did you? I can't remember. I remember the one with Leon much more.
No, it was just a thing where like nobody told me to come tell you to turn it
Oh
off.
yeah,
Yeah, that. whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Crazy
I was
lady.
gonna
and
tell
all
Hope that she doesn't get to be a princess.
Oh no, Hope's
Poor
still going to be a
child.
princess.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Ask Saffron about that. Saffron. I always say it like that. Saffron.
Oh yeah, that Princess Delio. I mean, sure, you know, probably about the only other thing she can do.
True.
Once she kills Partridge.
Okay. So, Iris, set the scene for us.
Okay, so this should be like immediately after she finished her conversation with nobody, she'd be like, not rushing down, but like quickly walking down the stairs and like would head straight into the infirmary. But she wouldn't go straight in there. She would pause because she's still unsure after last time. But eventually she'd realize, okay, it's safe. She'd go in and look for Setter.
Cool. I'm there. I can't remember if there was someone in there. Maybe was Saffron still in there? I think she kind of was.
Yeah, I think
Janine was
we haven't.
dead. Trench is up and doing his thing.
I think her and Rikara are there.
Yeah. So yeah, Saffron's there. But for my sake, Saffron's asleep.
Okay. Rikara's just chilling.
Cool. Setter, I think, looks up and is like, I wasn't sure I'd see you in here.
When you walk into the infirmary, the maelstrom goes bye-bye, right? Or are you doing
Yeah.
the protecting
No.
individual?
Both.
It's still, the infirmary still counts too, though.
Awesome. So yeah.
It's in addition to the infirmary.
So, like, the maelstrom goes bye-bye.
Yeah, the maelstrom goes bye-bye.
We are
Okay,
isolated
then
from
she-
it in here.
You know, then she immediately like, walks back outside and then stays by the door. And says, it's because of that I'm not in here.
I think Setter just like, she'll walk over there and it's like, that's why I was surprised you came in. You wanted to talk to me? Badly?
She nods. I've been talking to nobody.
I'm nodding.
And I need to go into the augury.
Why?
Neither her or the maelstrom know what will happen, but they do think that it could bring about the change that you want. It could bring good, and I need to be the one to do it.
Augury's not safe to use now, not with all the kids here. Nobody should know that.
She shrugs and says, desperate times.
What's exactly is so desperate?
Just the information I learned. About me, nobody. And she like pauses and thinks we're saying. And Prim.
And Setter's, she's like nodding and she's just like, well, how does she say this? I think she'll probably just straight up ask it, like, well, what are you hoping to accomplish? What's worth the risk? Prim's fine now.
I'm hoping to get closer to the world that you talk about the time before. And both nobody in the Maelstrom think I need to be the one to do it.
You're like, you want to punch through it?
She pauses before nodding, and she also kind of seems a bit unsure of herself. At least, yeah. There's like a bit of hesitation there.
I think Setter looks at you and she's like, you should come in here.
She shakes her head. Nelson doesn't like it.
And you're trying to punch through it. You should.
No, but it's different.
It is different. And I'm not sure if this is a decision that should be made under its influence.
It's not under its influence.
You're always under its influence. And I'm totally going to roll to seduce and manipulate and say, if you want to use my augury, well, I guess if you want my help using my augury, I want you to come think about this in here for Whoops. For a few minutes. Wow, fail.
You and Irish are like not on the same page. You can't get a hold of her like to try to convince her. You guys are just on a completely different track of thinking right now.
I can give a solace move to another character. That's awesome.
But yeah, no, Iris refuses to go into the infirmary.
What do you do, Sutter?
She says, well, I needed to talk to nobody first.
Okay. Can I come in?
I'm not going to stop you.
Okay. Then she actually like goes up to nobody's room first. Or
Yeah.
no, technically it's Setter's room.
Yeah, I think at that point, she kind of, without even saying much, she just like walks on and doesn't really care if you follow her or not.
She definitely wants to follow.
Is nobody awake when they get in there?
I think she's not. She's asleep.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll wake her.
She just like rubs her eyes and like stretches a bit, and she's like, "You guys back so soon?"
Yeah, well, I had some questions. One, really. Sorry to wake you. And I probably just go right on into it, and it's like, where do the floods come from?
Hold on 1 second. So she just like squints at you and like stretches again, and she's like, "Sorry?"
The water. Where did it all come from?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Knowing is your thing. That's why we call you Nobody.
She tries to like, "Is that how you're spelling it?" I want to change it in my notes.
It's too damn wet to be spelling anything.
True. What type of expressions on your face here, Sutter? Like, what's the vibe she'd be getting from you here?
Determined, probably. Not messing around. Down to business, Setter.
Are you upset? Or are you just no bullshit?
No bullshit. It's like, this is the question she wanted. This is the question she's always had. And she's like finally like found it and is in the right position to ask it. It's like, what ruined the world? Where did floods come from?
The thing, did we decide the thing's following you or you're protecting people? I always get confused.
I'm protecting people.
Good. Because I was going to just be like, wait, this scene doesn't happen because she's asleep and you can't wake her up.
Yep. It's better this way.
Yeah, so she's just like, I don't know.
Does your friend?
Which friend would that be?
Setter points her hand in like a circle above her head. A small gesture.
She just like smirks. She's like, no, that has nothing to do with us.
Coincidence?
I suppose so.
Then why are you here?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Yeah. We all ask it at some point or another.
She just kind of looks around and looks kind of confused and waves over at Iris.
She waves back and she's clear. She's not shaken up, but out of her element in terms of relationship wise. Because as you said, Iris is losing both the Maelstrom and Setter.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Basically.
And that's where it's Setter's well, what do you want from her? Why do you need her?
She shakes her head. What are you asking, Setter?
Why do you want to plug her into my machine that kills people?
She looks over at Iris. Because if anybody can do it, she can.
But why?
Think about the science behind that machine you built. Think about what's happening when you plug someone into it and they're trying to fight and claw tooth and nail through the maelstrom. Doesn't feel so good, right? It fights back. But if she does it, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to fight the same. Because they need her. And they're not going to risk themselves trying to fight back. Not in the same way.
But why should I even turn it on?
She looks over at Iris. I'm sure she has questions. I'm sure you have questions too. And it's not just about questions, I guess. There's a lot you can do with that machine, right? You can find some answers. Answers that you can't find just by asking because nobody knows. And there's things I can't tell you. She looks over at Iris. She knows what I'm talking about. There's things I can't tell you and they won't tell you. Unless you rip them out. Rip the answers right out.
Setter's probably just leaving in a huff at this point.
Nobody just looks over at Iris and what's gotten into her?
Iris about the long breath she's been holding, slumps against the wall. I don't know.
She pats the side of her bed and she's do you want to talk about it?
She goes over to the bed and this falls down on it, but doesn't fall on nobody.
Yeah. She just kind of pats you a little bit awkwardly and she's it'll all work itself out.
She gives nobody a look, really, and then says, Iris is the closest thing I have to a parent. We've never been like this before.
Really, Iris? Iris is your closest thing now to a parent?
I'm my own mother.
You know what I meant.
Paradox. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
She's like,
Setter is the closest thing I have to a parent.
she nods and she's like, well, all kids get to the point where they don't really need their parents anymore. I'm not saying it's ever going to be the same as it was,
She's
I am
talking
saying-
about the maelstrom.
but I am saying it's going to work itself out. But, well, it's not going to work itself out on its own. Or it might, but it might not end up the way you want it to. So help it along its way, or who knows what's going to happen.
She just knows.
She just, like, lies back down on the bed, and she's like, I'm going to bed. Try not to make too much noise, and, like, rolls over.
You know, she's gonna stay there for a little bit.
Cool. Setter, what do you do when you leave? Anything in particular?
She probably goes to like fuds with the augury, and she probably like takes it apart, puts it back together, takes it apart, puts it back together. It's like just she wants to destroy it, but she can't bring herself to.
Cool. What's everybody else up to in the tower? It's pretty late at night right now. Is everybody asleep?
Leon's working a little bit before he goes to bed still. He's really bad about staying up too late when he's got a project. Kinda like me. But, Trench is asleep.
What about the king and Orchid?
I mean,
Did they go to bed on time like responsible people, or are they up to late night shenanigans?
Earl is like, it's like, always. He's got a schedule to keep. So at X time, he's like, yeah, sleep.
Okay.
I think Orchid is just like slinking around the tower.
She's probably in that room listening to that conversation.
No. It's like, yeah, she's in stealth mode, guys.
Roll your dex. Wait a second. Act under fire. The fire is getting caught. That's what the move is.
No.
So yeah. Iris, do you spend your night in Setter's room?
Yeah, she
Accidentally or purposefully?
accidentally. Yeah, she starts thinking, and then like her thoughts and dreams and all that stuff.
Cool. And, Setter, how long do you spend working on the augury that night? Futzing with it.
Probably till like 3 or 4.
They're really bad at this. Awesome. Okay, so the next morning comes. What do people want to do?
Unless someone comes to get Leon, he's just working on Earl's car.
Cool. Anybody else?
Iris probably hangs out with Hope a little bit before going down to see Setter. Not going into the infirmary again.
Yeah, you don't find her there.
Earl, do you have anything you want to do?
No.
Okay. What about the orchid? Is she sneaking around, doing anything? Making friends?
I think she's just like hanging out with the kids.
Cool. So, yeah, you go and try to find Setter, Iris, who is not where he should be. Also, is Saffron doing anything? Sorry, because this is going to probably be a scene, so.
I don't know if there's like much of what she's doing, but I think she's gonna round up Trench and Earl again.
I was gonna say Trench was gonna go find her, so
Yeah, try to do some more planning.
Cool. Which scene do you guys want to do first?
Man, let's just see if Iris like blows her brains out.
yeah.
Sure. Let's go do that.
Let's get that out of the way because it's been a long time now.
Iris, you don't find you don't find them in the infirmary. What do you do?
She purposely goes outside and goes through the garage to go downstairs to the operatory.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Setter's probably like totally passed out like in the machine, pretty much. Not like fully hooked up to it, but kind of somewhat. Just
Turn it on. Turn
clearly
it
fell
on.
asleep in there.
Just
Take it
fell
in your own
asleep,
hands,
you know.
Iris.
She did show you how to work it way back when.
You could get Leon to turn it on for you.
No, she's just gonna like poke him awake.
Yeah. She probably startles, but not too much.
She says, "You seen you're working hard."
Hardly got a thing done. Couldn't sleep though.
She starts like running her fingers over the machine, but like not turning it on, just like going over wires and that type stuff.
So it was like, you're still set on doing this?
She nods.
I think she's just like, just tell me. Why does everyone assume it's on our side?
Because it's far more scary to think of it not being on her side. Since it works with us, we usually think that.
I think Setter's probably like, do you ever like hear about cows? I bet cows thought that we worked for them too, and worked with them. After all, we fed them, kept them safe, right up until we led them into our warehouses.
Yeah, you may have mentioned that once or twice. And she's just like quietly thinking. Then she says, "I am important to it. It won't be so quick to hurt me. I'm
I'm
one of
worried
the
about-
people that heard it when I was younger."
I'm worried about the
Yeah.
rest of us. About Hope and Prim, Wisher, even Earl.
She nods. I am too. But if I can save the rest of the people, then she just kind of trails off.
By giving it what it wants.
I don't know. It doesn't want me dead. That's the last thing it wants.
It wants you in this machine. I think Setter's probably been like spooling it up during most of this conversation. So She's like clearly not going to stop you if you decide to do it, but she is trying to talk you down one last time.
Which is funny because you're the one who convinced her to do it in the first
To
place.
save Prim, who's been saved since then.
And now you can save the whole entire world.
Yeah.
I wonder what does happen if you put the whole world under your protection.
I think his brain would implode.
She doesn't technically care for the whole world. It's close, though. It's real close.
After like some silence, Iris says, "If I can do some good with my life, I guess it'd be worth it."
I think Setter's just like, you've done good, and you'll be able to do more good, whether or not you have the Maelstrom talking to you.
She like does like the nose exhale thing, and then says, "Sure, as hell doesn't feel like it. You don't know all I've done.
I think
You know
Setter,
what you know what I can do, but." Trails off.
Setter's looking around and she's like, it's all behind us. It's all... Might as well have been a different person. God knows I've heard people. She's looking at the augury. She says that. People who probably didn't deserve it. Plenty of people who did deserve it. You know, this world isn't safe. We do what we have to. But we don't need the Maelstrom to make it better.
If I come out like you did, and you went in there, you better fucking fix me.
I hope that's the worst that happens.
She nods.
Now I need a GM's ruling, I think.
Okay.
How likely is it that Setter is going to consider all of this with protecting Iris?
We've already established that you are consciously aware of this now, right?
Yeah, that's true. She has gotten better.
So the thing is, because of that, I don't want to make a ruling on that. I want to look at it this way: is Setter so wanting her to not do this that she's going to actually stop her with
No.
basically force?
No, she's been helping her and preparing for her. So okay.
Then definitely not. I mean, I think you're aware of it enough that it's not subconscious anymore. So, yeah.
So Iris is going to make the augury move, probably.
Yeah, do you want to help or interfere? Or neither?
I do want to help. So
You have to act under fire, don't you? Because you're rolling weird, or are you rolling hex?
well, I'm rolling hex.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Does this count
Iris, you need a...
for the under fire roll too?
You don't need to act under fire. She needs to act under fire.
Okay.
Okay. I've also leveled up whatever last roll I made before that one.
What are you going to take?
I think I'm going to take cooperative, which lets me add 2 to people's rolls when I'm helping them.
Cool. That seems very appropriate, given the situation.
Yes.
It's either that or get really good with the knife really quickly. Those are the 2 I was torn between. So I'll do that one.
Okay, so
+2 to your roll for your weird. But are you having to act under fire or helping the weird?
I mean, I'm helping her use the augury.
So yeah.
So probably the weird one.
Yeah. So go ahead and act under fire, Iris.
okay,
The fire is the kids, obviously.
okay. I succeeded
Awesome.
partially.
It's good enough. Go ahead and...
So
Or hold on. Let me look at the move specifically to make it a ruling here. Because you do get a bit of special treatment in this situation, so...
imagine a whole bunch of switches are being flipped, dials are being turned. You probably hear like radio static or like that antenna tuning frequency somewhere or another.
Okay, yeah. You're fine. Go ahead and...
Okay. She does ask Setter before, like while she's getting switched on, like, what should I ask it? I mean,
Ask her
I
what
just
the
love how
flips
you
came
worded. Just like super plain. Like I would like instead not like if this was you, what would you ask? Or it's like no, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So what should I do?
Ask it where the floods came from and how do we get rid of them. And
okay.
she probably presses the go button.
She manages to say I love you before she opens her brain.
Aww.
Nailed it.
And I-
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the
You
15.
don't have to break any rules. I'm not breaking any rules because I have
Pass the
shit written down in my
maelstrom.
brain.
Do I have this move written down somewhere for your reference? Do you have the...
I have it open right now.
Yeah. Well, because there's stuff
so-
for Iris to choose.
Yeah, when you use your follow, or when you world plus weird on a hit, you can choose one, reach to the world psychic maelstrom to something or someone connected to it, isolate and protect a person or thing from the world's psychic maelstrom, isolate it and contain a fragment of the world's psychic maelstrom itself, insert information into the world's psychic maelstrom, open a window into the world's psychic maelstrom. And you also get to choose 2 out of it'll persist for a while without your actively maintaining it. It reaches deep into the world's psychic maelstrom. It reaches broadly throughout the world's psychic maelstrom, or it's stable and contained, no bleeding.
Okay, which one did Setter do all those months ago?
I don't think I actually...
Nobody succeeded on this.
I missed, but
Oh,
I was trying
okay.
to isolate and protect a person or thing from the world psychic maelstrom.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that was all about Prim then.
Yeah, but
Okay,
Setter
I
kind of
see.
figured out another way to do that.
But
You're like,
So
who
I'm-
needs technology? I can do it myself.
I have a new character class.
what was the first one again? The first like main thing you can do?
You can reach through the world psychic maelstrom to something or someone connected to it. I think I have the move copied somewhere.
Thing?
Here, I can give you a link to just go on this link and then scroll down to Savvy Head.
Oh, I have the move open right now, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what I'm looking at currently.
Okay.
Because I don't want to. I can't open a PDF. Well, I can, but then it messes up the stream, and so I'm awkwardly reading this off of my TV because that's my current second monitor.
Yeah, I have an online PDF that I can switch between because I'm doing a monitor capture.
Ugh, I'm not showing.
yeah, there it is, page
streams.
19.
So yeah, go ahead and make some decisions. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna give us the whole group discussion like we did last time because I mean, you've had more than enough time to prepare for this, whether you did or didn't. Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
But
Um,
I want to see what Iris does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone knew what turning the machine on would quite do.
yeah.
And so
And like you can basically establish what turning the machine on means at this point.
like what it feels like, you're probably like swirling through like maelstrom space and like reaching on to different things to like latch onto.
what does opening a window mean? Can I ask
It's
them?
basically reaching through the world psychic maelstrom. It's basically what happens on a 12 plus when you have the expanded move. At least that's how I'm interpreting it.
I could also see it as like it's almost like someone's opening their brain, but it's like I kind of imagined because like Setter has that blank wall that she would open her brain against.
Yeah.
It would be like if someone else were to walk in the room and see that, and just be able to see it when she would do it.
Cool.
So I don't know. There's a few different ways it could be taken, I think.
Yeah, you tell me what you want, and we can.
We could be
discuss
on the
that.
other side of M's window. Just saying.
Didn't I just say no discussion? I'll fight you. Dirty
No,
meta gamers.
By fragment, you mean I could literally just contain the part of the maelstrom that is what's it called? That's like making the barrier. I could contain the barrier and make it not happen. In theory.
Yes, you could.
Oh god, then I'm going to contain the part that makes it rain. And I'm going to.
You gonna do what now?
Can I? Now can I contain the part of the maelstrom that makes it rain? Or is that not a thing? It's the part of the maelstrom that makes it rain.
You search through the maelstrom. You control F the maelstrom and try to find the data about the rain, and there's no data about the rain. Okay, you're done with the
First
augury.
sprinkler
Roll
system, guys.
There's literally like there's not a
Okay, fine.
control panel for that.
You see some men in chains, gold chains, throwing dollar bills in a club.
Hmm. Oh, there's so many things I could do.
There is. That's why I've been trying to get you guys to do this because like
It kills people.
maybe you should just be better at
Yeah.
being weird.
I needed more people to die under my care. I figured I didn't need to worry about weird. I'm like, oh, I'll get to the +3 in no time. Nope.
You're too good at your job.
The only person who died in my care was the person who I plugged into the maelstrom. Or the
Okay,
augury.
I think I'm going to isolate and contain the part of the maelstrom that makes the barrier around babies. And I'm going to make it stable and contained.
You get 2 from the bottom list.
I get 2! Ooh.
So you're isolating, containing the thing that stops babies,
Yes.
and you're
Stable.
gonna keep it stable and contained. Awesome. And what else?
Reaches broadly throughout the world. Psychic maelstrom.
Awesome. Okay.
Babies
You-
for everyone.
I'm not really sure what your experience inside the augury would be like. I haven't really thought about it much because I never expected any of you to succeed. Do you have any thoughts on the matter, Iris? What does that feel like for Iris?
Oh god, for Iris, it would feel kind of invasive and surreal. But at the same time, she knows that she's doing this for a good cause. And so
Okay.
at the moment, she's trying to, like, put away those thoughts of the maelstrom is, like, my mother. And, like, it's protective. Like, she feels like she needs to do this. And so I've always imagined, personally, the maelstrom being like a cloud, like a dark cloud. As, like, stereotypical as it is. So I imagine it's, like, going through fog. And then she, like,
It's like fog, and you're like in your brain, you're like, I need to find this thing. This is what I want to do, and eventually you like emerge upon it, and like basically like a big red button you can push to do the thing you want to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you think you spent a long time there trying to find it?
Yes.
Yeah, because she tried to find something else first.
It's true.
She got lost.
Where is the sprinklers?
Something
Damn it.
leaking.
Like, I'd say an hour, if not more. Does that
Awesome.
make sense? Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you roll a d3?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it takes you an hour. An hour later, you wake up. Setter, you immediately realize this isn't going horribly wrong because she doesn't start immediately screaming in agony. And
Yeah.
blood doesn't immediately start coming from everywhere. So, what do you do in the hour?
Sit very, very nervously holding on to her, probably. Because it has yet to go wrong. Is
course.
the correct description of how Setter's feeling.
Awesome. Iris, you wake up with the sense of accomplishment and a bit of a headache.
How mobile is she strapped into this machine? Like, is she strapped down? Is she, like, I know she's, like, kind of hooked up to a bunch of things, like, but can she, like, sit up and, like, hug Setter without pulling things apart and ripping
No.
IVs from her
Do you
skin?
care?
I've always kind
I
of
was
pictured
really
it as
careful.
like an electric chair type deal, where you're like
Yeah.
strapped feet and wrists into like this chair, so that way you can't like shake too badly when you're having a seizure.
Okay, then she would, she
I think
probably,
I
like,
think
do-
Setter hugs you when
Yeah.
you wake up and like not dead.
So wait,
Yeah,
I wanna clarify something real quick because I just realized that we might be taking different meanings from the barrier around the kids. Do you mean the barrier that stops the maelstrom from seeing kids, or do you mean the barrier that stops people from having kids?
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's a difference I wasn't thinking of. I was
Yeah.
thinking of the barrier keeping people from having kids.
Awesome. That's right. That's what I was thinking you meant. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
Now I need to figure out what you guys are gonna roll when you do the do because now you have a higher chance.
Partial success.
Basically.
Hot would be, like, that would make sense to go hot, but, whatever.
Uh-huh. Is that how making babies works?
Well, I
all about how
seduce
attractive
is
you
the
are.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I should be trying to hug Setter, but she can't because she's strapped in. She'll
Yeah.
probably, like, inadvertently be crying.
Setter probably is. She's just like, I don't know. It's not a good track record. And she starts like helping you get out of the machine.
Okay, like, once she has an arm free, she starts helping as well. And then, when she is free, she, like, immediately hugs Setter. And then she, like whispers, like, I did it. And she's, like, out of breath, and she's, like, not exhausted, but, like,
overwhelmed.
fatigued, I guess. Yeah, overwhelmed, that too.
I think Setter's just like, what happened? What'd you do?
Does she know that she, like, got rid of the baby barrier? Or would she just know that she did something?
I mean, that was a thing you consciously did.
Oh, okay.
It was a decision you made and you followed through on.
Oh, okay. Then she, like very shakily says, like, I was in the maelstrom and I got rid of the barrier.
Cedric's just like, really?
She nods, like in a little bit in disbelief. I'm like, yeah, I got rid of the barrier that keeps people from having kids, and she's just like, yeah, still processing all this.
So just like, do we tell people?
She laughs a bit, like, I don't know.
This is... We're gonna need to figure stuff out.
She nods.
A lot of mouths to feed.
More people to work for it.
Not at first.
Only Setter would make it sound like everybody having kids again is a bad thing.
It kind of
No.
is.
No. Earl could definitely.
I think nobody
No. I need to go out and kill more people. Excuse me.
Princey? Princey!
Friends, we're gonna go on a little trip.
This is a 2-for-1,
Group of
Princey.
friends.
9 months later, Princey and Prim's baby is born. Princey Jr.
Ew. No. Don't name him after Princey.
That's why it's a 2-for-1.
So, yeah.
Fun.
What do you guys do in the aftermath of this? Do you scream and run and go tell everybody, or do you just absorb it? Do you go report back to nobody?
Yeah, once like it's absorbed and Iris is done hugging Setter, then she goes up to nobody.
Awesome, yeah.
I think
She's
Setter
just
goes to Earl.
okay. What do you want to say to Earl? Where is Earl?
It's in his office,
Of course.
reading his book.
She's like, we're gonna have a lot of babies in 9 months.
Excuse me.
Well, you see, when a man and a woman love each other very much,
Yeah.
um,
What do you mean we?
the royal we. Didn't you
Uh,
always think Setter was kind of pretty?
that was a long time ago.
Just yes.
Um,
Again, what do you mean?
whatever was... The maelstrom was somehow stopping people. And now, well, Iris changed that. And people don't know. And I'm pretty sure people are having more sex than ever.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a thing that's happening. Yeah.
And none of them know. And they won't for like 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, God. So, kind of having a food crisis.
Perfect. Let's eat babies. I don't say that. I don't know. Does she say that?
Modest
She does say
proposal.
that.
Modest proposal. Let's go.
She does say that.
She does. She's not serious, but
Comes out of her mouth. God, dead baby jokes already.
It's just
Have
the one eye, just like
Come on. Jonathan
It narrows
Swift.
just slightly, and then just goes back to normal.
Hey
It's like,
guys,
but
how do you get a
really,
dead baby into a bowl?
No.
Blender?
Well,
A blender.
I mean,
How do you
How do you
get
get
it
a
in-
dead baby out of a bowl?
Nacho
Yeah.
chips.
Chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
That's one of my favorite
dead
ones.
baby joke. The only good one. It's the only one worth telling.
It's the only one
Oh,
that
what's the
really gets
difference?
people like thrown off.
what's the
Yeah.
difference between a truck full of dead babies and a Maserati?
I don't have a
You don't
Maserati
have
in
a
my
truck
garage.
full of-
No, I don't have the
Maserati
Maserati in
in
my
your
garage.
Hey,
Yeah.
how do you stop a baby from crawling in a circle?
How?
Oh.
Nail its other hand to the floor.
Okay. Enough.
Anyway,
So Setter's like, so Earl, do you have any nails? Because I think nails will solve our problem. Anyway, back to the game.
back to the game.
Do we tell people? Do we let them find out?
I would not tell anyone anything.
Do we go distribute condoms and promote active sex education?
I mean, I do have a lot of intestines that we could use, but the world's a little short on latex.
I bet people left them in the drugstores. No need. With no babies. You
Setter,
could probably find a good amount.
they have an expiry date, Setter.
Better than nothing.
Shake his head. Just like, don't say anything.
Well, we're gonna need to deal with this. Or not. Or we figure out how to feed people.
Just yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of hunting, more than I do even now.
I think we're all gonna be doing a lot of hunting.
Yeah, let's just make the whole population of animals in our area extinct. And that'll make everything better.
It normally does.
Overhunting, guys, it's the way to go.
I mean, there's a reason we don't have clouds of pigeons flying over us anymore.
Bats, toads, bees.
Yeah, man. Just
Don't kill
we
the bees,
established
you
that
feed the bees.
there's super animals, man.
There are
Humans
super
are
animals,
huge.
yeah. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing like
Mega dolphins.
the like buffalo from what's
Avatar?
it called? No. The Fallout games.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm picturing just like weird like tumorous
chat
animals.
that expired condoms are equal to nothing
Really?
and not better.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
much she knows about this, but honestly, I want to say she knows enough.
I mean,
Do you guys
I mean,
wanna take
it's
a break, by the
basically
way?
like, yeah, let's just take this plastic wrap and wrap it around.
God damn.
I mean, you
Anyway.
can make like condoms out of intestines.
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
it is a
That's
thing.
definitely
Yeah.
Ew.
like reusable organic ones or whatever they're called. I don't know.
The non-latex brand.
Yes, I know you had to adult sigh. Everybody say hi to Sigh and make fun of her. Hi, Sigh. You're a nerd.
No.
I can't convince everybody to bully with me. This is so sad. But yeah, do you guys want to take a break? I kind of want to grab a snack.
Sure.
Take a break.
I could take a
Cool.
break.
All right.
Yeah.
We will
I have
be
Kit
right
Kat.
back,
Yeah.
as the screen says.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute unlike you, but
No, I'm also going to.
wow, you actually mute now on breaks?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, we'll be back in like 5-ish minutes.
Yes. Bye-bye. back, everybody, to Apocalypse World. It's week 11, and Iris just made it so everybody can have kids again, maybe, supposedly.
Babies! Yeah.
And we interrupted a conversation between the king and Setter.
It wasn't really going
Nah, that's
anywhere.
cool.
Yeah,
It
I
was
didn't
like,
think it
oh,
was. That's
man,
why I
cool.
interrupted it.
It was like, we're totally screwed. Yep.
Yep.
I like it.
Thanks a lot. Good job, guys.
So,
You
Iris,
screwed
you were
us by
going to
letting
talk
people
to
screw.
Miss
People
Nobody?
could screw just fine before this.
And they
Yeah.
did. Often.
Yeah, Iris is going to talk with nobody.
Cool. Yeah, she's just in her room reading the book.
She's like grinning at this point. She says, "Hey,
She, like, gives you a side glance and she's like, what did you do?
well," she like saunters into the room, trying not
She, like,
to act
pats the
cocky.
bed next to her.
Yeah, she sits down. Goes, I went to the augury, and I got rid of the barrier. That's not because I'm having kids.
She just, like, stares at you and blinks.
She just kind of shrugs.
Okay. She nods slowly. Not what I expected, but it works. It's progress.
She nods.
You might have to think a bit more and do it again a few times to accomplish everything you guys want, but it's a start.
She nods. Yes. Now we know, and now we also know that someone can go into the augury without being killed.
I always knew that.
She shrugs.
The big question here is have you talked to them about it yet?
I told Setter, because Setter was there the whole time. Sure, he's telling Earl or someone. But,
No. The Maelstrom, I mean. Did you talk to them?
Oh. No. She seems like almost like. She basically seems like, oh wait, shit, I didn't do that. I usually do that. Why didn't I do that? Fuck.
Make sure you do that.
Oh, right, I
Make
gotta tell
sure-
Mom.
Make sure you do that.
Mom, I
Soon.
invited some kids over for dinner. I hope you're okay with it.
She nods. Yeah, I will.
So, how are you feeling about all this? Is it good? Are you happy with this? Gonna go off and start a family now?
She shrugs. Still doesn't seem like it's the right time or place for a family. But I do feel accomplished.
Good.
I did some good.
You did, yes. And she like smiles at you.
She smiles back.
Goldfish.
I was wondering if you could, if Setter has any more stupid questions he wants to ask me, make sure you're here with him. Or someone is. No, wait, make sure you're here.
Okay.
She smiles. Good. I don't know how much I trust him anymore.
She's just quiet.
I know he's very important to you, but I think he has less patience for me than he once did, and it's not really a risk I want to take.
She just nods.
She pats you on the shoulder, and she's like, "Good work. You did make a difference. You're helping changing the world. For the better, I hope.
So do I.
She smiles.
Like, then she
Just-
gets up. Oh, you go first.
Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure things will work out.
She nods. I hope so. I should probably go tell them. Jeep stands up.
Tell who?
Maelstrom. Not go out.
She nods and like smiles and like, yeah, sorry. Go on. And she like waves you off.
Yeah, then she heads downstairs and then she's going to go to the, what's it called? Trick or treating of death and maiming.
Yeah. Let's cut over to Saffron, okay? And Saffron had some stuff she wanted to do, and we'll come back over to you. Didn't you want to get some people together?
Yeah, well,
I think Trench came to you.
okay. So if Trent shows up, she's like, who are these people you want to off?
I kind
Yeah,
of
who are they?
gesture towards Rikara, and I say, well, whoever this Mace guy is, since, he was behind it all, anybody that helped him do it, and 3 specific people that are still around that I don't know if they went with BS or not, but they used to be part of the gang. But yeah, I gotta go find them and kill them too. Also, I want to help you kill Partridge because he was above Mace and all of these things.
Because fuck Partridge. So Saffron just looks to Rikara and she's like, do these names mean anything to you? Probably like the 3 names you give.
Yeah,
Can you give me
awesome.
those names?
they are Gnarly, Last, and Balls.
We're gonna need to come up with a whole new list of names if you guys are gonna make me play this game again.
Just use the same ones. It's fine. Because that won't get confusing.
Not at all.
Setter's character's a sister named Pearl.
I haven't done it in a long time, okay?
Yeah, we're all getting better. I mean, Iris only referred to Setter as Iris this episode, so, we're getting better. Names, what are they?
Gnarly, Last, and Balls.
Yep,
Thanks for using all the bad names.
I
that
know.
I've been saving to not have to use.
I remember because the 3 of them strung together sounds disgusting.
exactly. That was the goal.
Okay. So, you asked, what did you ask, Rikara? Asked if
Who
names
the
mean
like
anything?
first who this Mace guy is?
Mace is a grounds operation leader. Like, he plans. Well, see, Ridley is more of the sit back and dish out orders and look good. And Mace is the one doing the dirty work,
Ridley?
leading
Good.
raids and whatnot.
Organizing mutinies and that stuff.
Do you know where we'd find him? On just any given day?
Well, your best bet would be to start at the base, but Mace is usually out and about. I could talk to some people, see if I could figure it out, see if I could get some contacts to give me some information, but there's a chance they'll just, shoot me if I try to talk to them.
I could go with you.
She smiles. I don't think that's going to help much.
Why not? I can take a bullet. That's what this is for. And I like knock on my chest.
She like
Uh,
looks. She looks to Saffron and she's like, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were trying to avoid as many bullets as possible."
Yeah, but sometimes bullets have to happen. That's what I'm here for.
She's like, "You're not wrong. Um,
Besides, I won't have to shoot any bullets.
I think Saffron's just, I think she's thinking, so we go after Brace first, I think. Force, or not Brace, Partridge. Force Mace into the open.
Mace first, you said?
No, Partridge first.
Oh, Partridge first. Sorry.
Force
Force
Mace into
Part-
the open.
You could try that, but I don't know how he's going to react.
Either way, Partridge needs to die too, so.
Think about it this way. I'm not sure that. Well, I mean, I'm not too much of a higher up, so I don't really know all the relations, but from what I've seen and heard, I don't really think the gang likes Partridge all that much.
Why would they listen to him?
They don't really have much of a choice. Partridge is the only thing standing between them and, well, being wiped out.
So we take out the linchpin. And
That's
then
the place to start.
their survival gets, then they feel threatened and they'll lash out. They won't just sit back and wait. Someone's taking them out, things might get ugly for a little while, but
Oh, that's almost unavoidable.
but
But
that's kind of what we want. We don't want to march head on into them.
of course, that would be suicide. Even with this guy, and she like points over to Trench and the king. It's not going to be safe. It's not going to be easy, and there's no guaranteeing it's going to go the way we want it to.
So Partridge first, I think.
When and where?
I think we need to talk to Millions first.
She kind of gets a little like nervous and like shifts from foot to foot. It's like, yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let's go.
We need Earl King and his sniper rifle. She looks to, God, what's her name? Rikara. She's like,
Yeah, Rikar.
you can stay with him.
Who's staying with who?
I'm gonna go talk to Millions. We're on good terms. Or at least we were. Should still be. And, well, we'll have Earl and Rikara set up in case we ever get a beat on Partridge. Hopefully Partridge can lead us to Mace and... She's like, what was it? Dank musty balls?
Gnarly Lasting Balls, but that may as well be their names.
Yeah, so whatever.
What is this episode rated?
I'm sorry, were we playing a PG game?
No. You remember the jokes, don't you?
Yes. I mean, this is the episode where we can start having babies again. But, Millions will be able to point us to Partridge. And also, he should know what we're gonna do. at least in vague terms.
Well, if you're going to tell millions, why don't you just let the justice system do its job? There's
bet-
rules for this, isn't there?
I bet his hands will be tied. He won't want to admit to it either. We'll take care of this problem for him. We'll present him the problem and the solution, fait accompli.
We'll tell him, and then we'll get Partridge into an unfortunate accident.
This man gets it.
Is it really going to be an accident, or do you want it to make it look like what it is?
Accident's just a nice term for murder, okay?
I'm just saying, if you making it look like an accident versus making it look like murder, it's going to have a different impact. Something you should consider.
No, I think we want him to be murdered.
She nods. Fair enough. What can I do to help?
Stick around, grab a gun, support Earl King and Trench. Back me up.
So where do
This
I
won't
go?
be over quick. Not entirely sure. I think you three are just like sort of rooftop duty while we talk to millions, and then we figure out where to go from there.
I think about
Sure you don't want
something.
anybody to come in with you?
I think millions would prefer I come alone.
So I've
No.
struck like the thinker pose. Before we go, I'm gonna need to go practice throwing my axe, and I walk out of the infirmary. I assume that's where we were, right?
Yeah, if you want to find her.
Yeah, and then I'll just go walk outside with it and start throwing it at a tree. And just like trying to get farther and farther away and practicing that.
Is it the same tree that Soda was whacking with before?
No,
Yes.
that tree's over in the clearing.
I'm not
Which
going
is
all
a
the way to
ways
the clearing.
away.
I'm just like right outside,
Oh.
throwing an axe, stepping farther away, throwing it, getting it, going farther away, so on and so forth.
Yeah, Iris walks by you on her way out of the tower.
At least it's not his wall.
Do you guys acknowledge each other, or do you guys just move on?
I think I'm walking back to the tree. Hey, Iris.
She like gives you and the axe an odd look. Says,
Well, for some reason
Hey.
they're going to put me on the roof, so I figure I should be able to throw it, then get there really fast and pick it up, and then do what I need to do. So I'm practicing the throw, because I can do the rest of it.
She nods slowly. Okay,
What are you
you have
doing?
fun doing that. I'm going for a walk.
Okay.
She like nods before walking away.
Cool. So, Saffron, you want to take this to the king?
Probably, yeah.
Cool. Rukara follows you unless you tell her otherwise.
I'd tell her to go do what she needs to do to prepare.
Okay. She goes and does that.
By the way, it's not a small axe. It's like either a fire axe or a wood cutting axe or something like that. I haven't decided which, but he's just throwing
Not,
the
it's
like.
not a
hatchet.
throwing axe.
It's not a throwing axe, but he's still throwing it.
So he's like hucking it.
Yeah,
It's
And it's
a
still
really
going,
great
like-
axe, guys.
it's still going end over end and like slamming into the tree head first. Yeah,
Good job, Gimli.
yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I assume Earl's still reading his book?
Well, you find Earl in his room, and he's talking to Orchid about his clothes. It's like, no, look, you can have it, okay? Just, what do you mean? Like, can I just like, is there anything like I should wear? No, just it goes on like any other. And he like raises his fingers. Dress. You wear dresses. A single eye roll. Yes. And he like gives her his formal wear. And like reaches into his trunk and pulls out like his bones again. It's like I should never have left you.
So that's where Saffron walks in. She sees you with
Yeah.
the bones, and she's like, "The look suits you."
Yeah. It does. As he like starts putting on like his armor. Ah, it's such a familiar weight.
We're gonna go after BS.
Yeah. I was thinking we'd wait till the meeting, but if you want to go now, sure.
I want to go now. Just like we're gonna go to Millions. He'll tell us how to find Partridge. Then I'm hoping we can just get him someplace where you just, kind of just take care of him then and there. That'll get everyone else moving, probably. And, there'll be fights on the street, but that's where we excel.
An orchid is like, okay. I'm down for a road trip.
More the merrier.
Sweet, can I have a gun?
Saffron's also asking you for a gun.
It's like the audible groan from Earl as he looks into his like locker full of firearms. It's like, okay, you can have this, and he hands you like the assault rifle that came out of Janet's car.
Saffron's looking at it and she's like, this was a black sledge gun. Perfect.
Yeah. You took her fingers. I figure you might as well take her gun.
How else will I pull the trigger?
And you can have this. And he like pulls out Harry and hands it to her. You shouldn't like go flying across the room when you fire it. Thanks.
Shouldn't. Might.
I'll plant my feet. You do that, kid. Yeah, and then like go. And then like you're about to leave, and Orkin is like, I'm gonna put this on real quick. Closed door. Armor off. I wonder if Leon's done with my car.
He shouldn't be.
Think I got another day on it.
Yep, I think you do too. I mean, it depends how much sleep you're getting, but I think I calculated for your shitty sleep cycles.
Yeah.
So,
You mean Griffin shitty sleep cycles.
yeah, same difference.
It's the same thing. It's really bad, but
Cool. So, is everybody ready to go knock some heads?
Are you kidding? Of course.
let's do it. I have hard highlighted.
Cool. So, vehicle.
Take the van.
The van is armored and
Alright.
ready.
Sweet.
Awesome. So you guys, we
Real quick,
fade out on that. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think we ever established stats for the van, but we can do that now.
Ken.
Sounds
Right.
useful.
It does sound useful.
In case it
Mechanics. What are
matters.
mechanics of this game?
Sweet, guys.
I think I can just make, like... So I'm looking at the driver stuff just because I figure that's the best place to look as far as cars go.
Oh yeah.
And, I don't know if you want me to pick one of the profiles or what. Or if I can move the stuff around in the profiles as long as it's strong enough.
You made the car, right?
Yeah, I made it. I made it
So-
to be armored. So
yeah, I mean, think about it this way: you get more armor, and you're gonna have to like take something away because of that.
yeah, I
You
would
have
say,
to-
like, power 1 looks 0 to armor.
Awesome. Write that down because I'm not gonna remember. Because I still don't have Word on this stupid computer, so I can't take any notes, guys. Can't take notes because I don't use Google Drive ever.
Which I'm actually, like, making it slightly subpar compared to the other ones. As far as, like, total
That's-
stats. But, you know.
I think that's fair.
I'm
Seeing as
also-
you made it yourself,
yeah,
and I
I'm
didn't
also
give
not-
you any complications with it.
Yeah, but I also wasn't adding a weakness, so...
Cool. So, yeah, we fade away from scene of you guys driving down the road, and then as you guys drive past the torture clearing of maiming and death and maiming. I don't know. Hold on.
Death
Of-
and maiming.
Death and maiming. There we go. We stop following you guys and head over to Iris, who is in the clearing.
I'm gonna say she's like sitting down at this point, and then she opens up her brain to ask how the maelstrom feels about the barrier being gone, or like, yeah, basically like to that extent.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll.
And I
Yes.
see past the maelstrom.
Praise!
You're still not asking the goddamn maelstrom.
Smash. So how do you feel about babies?
So, yeah, you come into existence, or I guess consciousness on the other side of the maelstrom, in a situation remarkably similar to the one we first saw Leon in when he went past this. You're in what looks to be a pretty normal but pretty empty, like 21st century living room. And there is a little girl who looks like Miss Nobody as a baby, as a little kid. And she's like sitting on the floor watching TV.
Okay, before I do anything, is this the same house that Iris looked into when she talked to the maelstrom? Can that be a thing?
Yes, totally a thing.
Yeah. Then she's just like looking
So,
around in
remarkably
awe
familiar.
because she's in the house finally after years of looking outside, looking from the outside. And she like goes closer to nobody and like she like alternating between looking at nobody and looking at what's on the TV.
And looking at what, sorry?
What's on the TV and to nobody.
Yeah, she like use a remote to like put whatever cartoon she's watching, whatever kid show she's watching on mute, and like she looks over at you and she's like, "Who are you?"
She tries to say her name, but then like nothing comes out because she's still like, aw. And then she like clears her throat and she's just like, I'm Iris. What's your name?
Hi. I'm M.
Nice to meet you.
What are you doing in my house?
I don't know. I was trying to ask someone a question,
She like
and now
squints her eyes at you and gets all serious, and she's like, "You too?" And there's another one. She sighs.
I assume you're talking about Leon.
Yeah, Leon and some others.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, but I don't think you're the one I want to ask my question to.
Who do you want to ask?
She like kind of awkwardly sits down nearby, and we're not like really close by, just like yeah. And she's like, I wanted to ask the Maelstrom how it felt about there being no barrier anymore.
You want to ask the what about what? What? What?
Uh, I wanted to ask the voice. Yeah, I wanted to ask the voice what it thought about me getting rid of the barrier that kept uh that kept babies from being made.
Well, you can't ask that
How come?
because the voice is in your head. Why are you here?
Well, it's in my head, but it's also in everyone's head.
Like, no, it's like, I'm not stupid. Are you here to ask me that?
I mean, I meant to ask the Maelstrom that I knew you were here, but I didn't want to ask you. I wanted to ask the voice.
She, like, gets very serious, and she's like, okay, well, I guess I have to answer. So, what's this barrier you're talking about? What does it do?
Well, there was this barrier in place that kept people from making babies, and I got rid of it. So I want to see what the Maelstrom thought of that happening.
How'd the barrier get there?
It wasn't supposed to be there. It just happened by accident, and then the Maelstrom, the voice, couldn't get rid of it. It was a byproduct.
So you fixed it for the voice?
Yeah, basically, like, yeah.
Then, if it wanted you to fix it, because it couldn't fix it, then wouldn't it be happy?
Well, I'm not sure if the Maelstrom knew that it was the cause of the barrier.
She nods, as sage-like as a 10-year-old can be. And she's like, well then, maybe that's why it put you here. Because it doesn't know what that is, and I don't know what that is. So she just shrugs.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Is that all you want? Do you want to watch some shows with me?
She kind of like looks around because she's like unused to all of this. It's like, sure, what are you watching?
Some, I don't know. Some show. I was gonna name a show, and then I was like, nah. She's watching a show, and she's like, it's a stupid kids show. And yeah, if you want, you can stay there and watch that for a bit.
Yeah, she does because she's like totally new to all of this, and she wants to see what Sarah's talking about when she talks about TVs.
Yeah,
Or, like,
you're.
yeah.
You're there for about probably 5 or 10 more minutes until before you start feeling the pull that you can instinctively tell means that you're gonna go back, that you're gonna leave now.
Okay, then she looks over to M and goes, I have to go now.
She's like, okay, bye. You can come back again if you want sometime.
She smiles a bit. Like, I like that.
She smiles back. And then you open your eyes and you're back in your, what is it? Torture claiming of death and maiming. That's what it's called.
She like lies on her back and just like soaks it all in. Everything that she saw. And then eventually like gets up and then goes back to the tower.
Cool. Meanwhile, what's our car ride like over on Millions? Is it like awkwardly quiet, or is it like friendly conversation, or what is the atmosphere?
Unless someone stops him, Trench is just sitting in the back talking to whoever will listen about whatever's on his mind.
Is Trench just Deadpool?
I mean, I started drawing that parallel this episode, actually. Like, I started thinking, like, oh my god, he seems a lot like Deadpool, actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't on purpose. I promise.
Saffron's not going to stop him, and she probably nods and stuff, but she's, like, not listening.
He's mostly just talking at the air. He's not really saying anything.
Ricara's getting obvious to probably Saffron. I don't know if anybody else gives a shit enough to notice, but is getting increasingly more like frustrated with the fact that this asshole won't shut up, and also she's like, because she's super nervous about like the whole situation and shit. So she's getting more and more.
I think
She's
about
like,
halfway through
frustrated
the
and
ride,
tense.
he realizes it and he goes, "Oh, sorry, I'll stop talking." And then just dead silent.
I mean, that's when, like, Orchid starts singing, like, songs, like, top 100 stuff from, like, 30 years ago. So, like, present day now.
Cool. Saffron,
Yeah.
do you sing along? Are you a singer?
no, she's not.
You pay people to sing. You don't
Yeah,
sing
she
yourself.
had someone else singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wonder what
So, yeah, it's,
East Harrow's up to right now.
Go find out.
She doesn't really care. She's probably in with Black Sludge. She had like a drug habit or something. I don't know. Didn't really
Did
care.
she?
I don't know. She had expensive tastes. Didn't care beyond that she needed my money.
Awesome.
the guy with
So-
one eye is driving, so it's a good time.
No depth perception. You hit a squirrel.
He has some
Didn't
depth
even
perception.
squirrel.
The
It-
tire goes flat.
Yeah. No, So yeah, you guys arrive in Million's domain.
Oh, I hate this part of town. Well, I love it. I mean, it's all clean and nice.
They've never let me into it before.
I used to live here.
As we like all get out of the car and just start walking towards
Yeah.
this base.
You're all going in, or what's the plan here?
I'm just walking.
Saffron's like, I think I should go alone. Talk to him.
Oh, that's right. We were going to do the roof thing, right?
Well, you guys keep watch, however you think is best. In fact, fuck it, her sharp's not highlighted. She's not gonna try. Yeah, she just says however you think best, but maybe
I'll set
Earl
up
comes to
somewhere
talk to him
close.
too, but you know, you've got that big gun. It's a lot better out here.
I say I'm going to hide in an alley. And I want to roll under fire to, like, hide in the alley. Fire being getting caught if something goes down.
I mean, you don't need to do that right now because nobody
Okay,
gives a
yeah.
shit.
I'll hide in the alley for
right.
now. And
You
I'll-
can't get XP
You're just-
for no reason.
Yeah, fair enough. If something
Do
goes down, I'll
we-
roll under fire then.
I'll probably give you the assault rifle. Trench.
I look at it. I shrug. Sure, that works. I guess I don't have to be down here then. And then I start following Earl.
Okay. Take the girl with you. She just won't shut up. It's like, hey, it's true. Kind of, yeah.
She Riccara looks to Saffron. What should I do? She's obviously uncomfortable.
Follow their lead. It's not your first time taking orders.
She nods. That's really all I do.
We're just back to being soldiers right now.
It's a lot
She
more
just
organized
gives
than
you
I'm
like a
used to.
joking salute. Awesome. So, tell me where everybody is.
Where do they tell me to go?
Or, I guess, strategically position
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I want to find a rooftop, within range of my high-powered sniper rifle, so I could
That's
shoot somebody
not a
inside Millions' base. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So I want to find a rooftop, and we'll all hang out on the roof.
Yep.
Everybody?
Yeah, I need somebody watching my back if I'm going to be watching through this scope.
Cool.
Because, I've only got the one eye.
Do you,
Yeah,
does
I'm watching the rest of the
Saffron,
building.
does, Saffron take the orchid?
No.
Okay.
Was she following me?
Well, she
Yeah.
was, yeah, because Earl said to take her.
It's like, does Millions know you?
Yeah, we've
You're
done
on-
business before.
Does he like you?
Everybody likes me. I've got talent.
Modest, too.
You're not wrong there. Saffron had just raised her eyebrow. Is your character telling the truth?
Yes.
About
She
which
has
one?
talent.
No, does everybody like you?
I don't know. I can't speak for every NPC ever.
Is your character
I mean-
lying?
She doesn't think she's lying.
Good enough for me. Saffron just shrugs and is like, well, Let's go see if he can help us. Let's go see if we can help him.
For anyone who's paying attention, as soon as you guys get on the roof and everything just goes soldier mode, Ricard gets a lot less uncomfortable with the whole situation, and even seems slightly capable of doing what she's supposed to do. For once, as an NPC, there's one that can do that. So, yeah.
Good.
I'm glad I pushed the right button.
At the right time.
So yeah, you head into Million's base, or into his house, I guess, and there's a butler basically who asks your business.
Saffron says it's about the galas.
And is Millions expecting you?
He's not.
Looks like he's judging you for not having an appointment, and then is I'll go see if he's available.
Would you? If he's busy, I'll understand.
Yeah, the butler comes back after a while, and he's Millions will see you now, and escorts you to the same room you met with him in the first time. That's a little, or not little, a big living room area, I don't know, and it has a little table set out with tea.
I'll thank the butler when we get there.
Yeah, thanks, Elfie.
Just ignore you, and Millions is sitting at the table and stands when you guys enter the room.
Is he smiling?
He's not smiling, but he's not visibly upset.
She just says, it's good to see you doing well.
He nods. It's good to see you as well, Miss Saffron. And then he looks over. Miss Orchid, I didn't know you were in business with the Silver Ballroom.
Well, I sing, they have a singer. Duets, right?
He just smiles yes, of course. And then he turns back to Saffron and is please take a seat.
Yeah, I'll go. I sit.
And once you're seated, he's so you wanted to ask about, or you wanted to discuss the galas. I was under the impression that they were called off after what happened.
Yes, it does seem like it will be hard to resume the tradition. But I wanted to speak about the most recent one.
He nods for you to go on.
I can't let Black Sludge stand for what they did. And I believe I figured out. I have strong evidence of who's in charge and behind their whole operation.
Yes, well, we all know the people in power there. That's not the problem. And why are you bringing this to me? This would be more appropriate at a council meeting, or if you brought it to Foster, that would be more appropriate.
Do you know who's in charge there? Because that's why I'm bringing it to you. That's why I'm not taking it in front of everyone. It's because I respect you and what you do for the city, Millions. And if I sprung this on everyone and put it out in the open without telling you first, it wouldn't be good for you.
He looks confused and just is starting to get clearly annoyed by this conversation. And he's like, I don't know what you're implying, Miss Saffron, but of course we all know who's involved in this. They were at your ball even. I don't know why you're having this conversation with me.
It's like Saffron kind of just mutters to herself. It's like, what is it with people and just not saying names? And then she like, without the pronouns.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Orchid is humming the Christmas song, like on the 12 Days of Christmas. She's just humming it.
Perfect. What did we ever say about Partridge and them all being there? I think we said no.
Yeah, Partridge never goes to balls. He's a fucking loser.
Safe to stay out of the crossfire. First I'm gonna roll to read him, and I don't hit. Second,
I'll also read him, just in case she wants to say something. Cool. Alright. I will hold one over millions.
So, what do you say? When he's
she
like,
says, "Oh, you're talking about 3. Yeah, well, 3 just takes orders."
I'm not talking... Miss Saffron, I'm not sure where you're getting your information from, but I am inclined to believe it's not very reliable. Clearly, everybody knows that Ridley and some of his friends are in charge of that operation.
It wasn't Ridley.
Who else would it be? If it wasn't Ridley, then it wasn't BS.
I talked to Ridley earlier that day. He was there, you know.
He
Nearly
was.
got himself killed.
He was remarkably unharmed, though.
Yeah, but I talked to him right after the fact. He didn't know about it.
You believed him?
I
Believe a
believed him.
word that comes out of any of their mouths.
People are really, really honest when you've got a sharp blade pressed up against their throats.
You know, let's see. I still don't think I'd take that as hard evidence.
I didn't. I kept around. Knocked the heads. Turned up stones. Looked for all the bugs in this dirty little city. And you know what everything pointed to? That all the dirt came from right here. But
He stands up and he's like, I don't know what you're trying to imply, Miss Saffron, but you'd be very kind as to leave my home. And he points to the door.
Saffron
You
stands up.
don't get to walk into my house and accuse me of murder, of these heinous crimes
Was
that I...
accusing you of anything, millions.
Except maybe not knowing. I think she looks to Orchid is like, do you want to tell him or do I? It's like, we gotta tell him now.
He's not
well,
listening to you and going to doors, going to the inn, and is walking towards the door. And if you don't stop
is
him,
he
he's going
walking
to...
past us?
Well, he's...
We're not in his way?
Yeah, you're not in his way, and he's
Okay.
gonna
Alright.
just... if you don't stop
you're
him,
gonna
he's
wanna you're
shout out the door
you're
for
gonna
guards.
wanna
and shit.
sit down.
Yeah,
and
Saffron's
listen to
definitely like,
what
you're gonna
we
want
have
to
to say.
Hmm.
Oh yeah!
There it is.
Sit down and listen, honey.
He turns
Because
around
we
and he's
have
like,
a story for you.
fine. You get 5 minutes and then you're out of here, and if not, I'll call my guards in. And he goes and sits back down.
Fine. Now, did you ever work a shitty retail job before, Millions? Were you ever under somebody, before everything happened?
We all have to start somewhere.
You ever get to the assistant manager position of some place? Always reaching for that brass ring, but never quite getting it?
I think
Can't
you
say
mean
I have.
Being the guy that did all the work and never got any of the credit?
He shakes his head. He's like, can't say I've been in a position like that.
No.
She looks to Saffron.
Well, why do you think these accusations always find their way back to you?
People like to point fingers at the most powerful people.
Is often the case. But that's not the only reason. She just looks at him and she's like, I need you to tell me where I can find Partridge.
His eyes narrow. And why would I tell you that?
Because Partridge is Black Sludge.
Saffron, you can no more walk into my home and accuse my people who are practically family, than you can walk into my home and accuse me.
I'm doing you a courtesy by coming here and telling you.
This is something you should have brought up at a meeting or gone to Foster about. This is not my business.
And what would happen once everyone found out that we were telling the truth? If we had gone to a meeting, or if we had gone to Foster, what would everyone think of you? How would they react?
I have nothing to do with that.
But they won't believe you. And even if they do, they won't think of you the same way for letting this go underneath your nose for so long. We're here to offer you a way out.
Is this a threat, Miss Saffron?
It's an opportunity.
What are you proposing?
We'll deal with your problem. Partridge owes me blood. And, well, you don't really want this getting out, at least not until it's taken care of. Because then you can say you're part of the solution.
And so what do you get out of it?
I get my revenge.
Is that all you want? Revenge? I have a hard time believing that, Miss Saffron.
Well, you know, a girl always wants a little something, but I may have promised someone that her and I would take over the city. But that's not on my radar right now. I just want Partridge and the rest of his gang taken care of.
He nods slowly. So what do you require from me?
Just point us in the right direction, and we'll pull the trigger.
He nods.
We also thought we should let you know what was happening beforehand.
How courteous of you.
I think she'll curtsy.
Mm-hmm.
He refrains from rolling his eyes because he's a classy gentleman.
I roll my eyes at
Yeah.
that statement.
He tells you where Partridge is now, doing what he's usually doing, which is making sure supplies get delivered and organized the way they're supposed to be, and all that stuff. Lots of numbers in his life. I'm sure he's very stressed with the food crisis going on. And
I think neither
like,
of these characters know something about that getting worse.
yeah, and he tells you like where he lives and stuff, and that he's mostly going to be spending time at this place dealing with. He probably does say like dealing with the crisis there, and making sure everybody has enough to eat. It's going to be unfortunate trying to find a replacement for him. Definitely with what's going on.
Yes, well, I bet once he's gone, we'll see a lot of our other problems go away.
I hope you're right.
One less mouth to feed.
He dismisses you after he gives you his information.
Well, I leave, yeah. I don't think I say anything, really.
It's like, leave, close the door behind him. Man, I always liked Brace so much better.
It's your type of...
Too bad what
Awesome.
happened to him.
So, what do you guys do?
Collect the gang.
Awesome.
Hey guys.
Yep. Like, cut over to the rooftop, see him walk out. Shit, he's not gonna show up. Down to the van.
Yeah,
Later at the mystery machine.
we know where to find him.
Ready to go?
Let's go solve a
Excellent.
problem.
I think I got a plan.
What's there to plan?
There's-
We roll up, we
there's-
shoot him, we leave.
There's gonna be people around. It's gonna be a problem.
I thought we wanted to do this public. We wanted to make it look like what it is. A murder.
I think we want to take control, too, after the fact. We can just pop in the head in front of 20 people and no one will know what happened. But I think we set him up so Earl King can take the shots. And then the rest of us, there'll be one person laying the bait, drawing him out into the open if he's not already there. Telling him, I don't know, we found something important at the tower that requires the urgent attention of the man behind the rations. And, well, we lure him out, we shoot him, and everyone else laying in wait runs in, and we secure the situation with machine guns.
What situation is there going to be to secure? What are you expecting?
Panic. Lots of people with a job to do, but no one to tell them to do it, who are scared and worried that they're going to be shot next.
She mumbles something about that being a reasonable fear, given the situation. Okay, whatever you
After all,
say.
we're taking out Partridge, but we can't just take out his whole operation. We just need to make it better.
Hmm.
Do you expect him to be surrounded by a bunch of BS goons?
I
It's not how he works.
expect him to be surrounded by a bunch of just everyday people working hard.
Okay. As long as you know what you're in for here.
I don't, but we can handle it.
She nods.
Can I have that gun back, Trench?
I hand it to her.
So, does everybody agree to this plan?
You know Trench's beliefs. I'm going with whatever they say.
Earl, are you cool with this plan?
No, not really.
You gonna say something about it?
I mean, I think on the way, he's like, mowing down innocent people, not my thing.
Mowing down innocent people, no. No, I just want to make sure. I don't know exactly. But I don't want to kill them. I just want to run in and
Go ahead.
a
Sorry.
bunch of machine guns and make sure they don't do anything stupid.
I think you're trying to keep them from retaliating by shoving guns in their faces. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news there, Saffron, but I think the best way to make people do something stupid is by shoving guns in their faces.
She's right. I know what I'd do.
Not everyone's like you. You remember when all those people ran in with 3 and demanded the head of every single leader in the city? What did the people do? Most of them just gave him up. Hoped someone else would deal with it, and cowered. Even a lot of the people who could do something.
So why do we have to go pointing guns at them?
Because there's a statement to be made.
Are these the people we want to make that statement to? What are you trying to accomplish here, Saffron? I'm lost.
Whatever, we'll just shoot him and walk off, but it won't be clean.
Hey, bullets are valuable. I got this.
I don't want anyone to die, I just want them to...
We want Partridge to die? That's the whole point of this.
Yes, I want Partridge to die.
So I'll throw it, pick it up, get back in the van, and we'll drive away. Or I could not throw it. Either way, I was just practicing the throw.
And now what will that look like to everyone else?
Partridge just got
But
offed by a gang member? That's what it'll look like?
What will it look like when we walk in there, shoot him, and then point guns at them? You think they're going to be on our side then?
They won't have a choice then.
Saffron, I used to be in a gang. I know what it looks like when a gang member goes up and kills somebody and leaves. It's what I used to do. It's what I'm planning on doing now.
Make a call, Saffron.
We do it your way.
Sounds good. I mean, nobody knows what this means. I could be any random gang member. Anybody who doesn't like Millions or Partridge. So, what are they gonna think?
So, they're having this discussion in, the back of the van. And Orchid is in her mind just thinking of, like, the craziest way to lure Partridge away from, like, whatever the fuck he's doing. And into, like, some alley where she can just stab him and be done with it. But she doesn't say anything to anyone.
So,
So, yeah.
Saffron, your plan is after we kill millions, or Partridge, you want to take over the gang, right?
I think Saffron's probably nodding.
Okay. Then you're gonna have to make quick work of this, you understand? If you're not gonna go around announcing that Saffron did it by the way you kill, by people seeing you do it, then you're gonna need to immediately take credit before the news starts spreading. Or no one's gonna listen to you. Make sense?
She's nodding, and she's just like looking at everyone, and she's just like, we leave this just random, things will get a whole lot messier than if we just go in afterwards and keep it clean.
I don't see why you keep saying keep it clean. This is going to be messy one way or the other. It's not really a clean way to kill someone without, like, poison or something.
It's gonna be messier if we start pointing guns at people who don't need guns in their faces. People who just want to go home to their wives at the end.
Then they'll do what we want them to do without causing any trouble.
What if we just kill Partridge and tell them to go home?
That's all I want.
Then let's just do that. We don't have to point guns at them, just tell them to go home. They'll go home, probably.
Bring the guns.
Don't point them. We can bring them, just don't point them. Yeah, there we go. Compromise.
So are we close to where Partridge is, like, supposed to be located?
Yeah, you're probably like basically there now at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, Earl stops the vehicle, like, I don't know, a block away, and is like, you guys, you do whatever you need to do. I will cover you.
Big thumbs up.
And Orchid goes on the stealth mode and, like, slinks off somewhere.
Awesome. So what do the rest of you guys do?
What does Saffron do?
She just walks to, like, the front door, I think. It's like, looks to Trench, is like, you've got my back. She's got the machine gun, but it's, like, slung around her back or something like that.
Yeah.
Narikara has her, what did we say she had? She had a 3-harm,
Harry.
Just like the
no,
other people did.
Orchid had Harry. She had an assault rifle. That's
no,
right.
no, but Rikara,
Yeah,
Rikara
also had an assault rifle. That's right.
Yeah, because it's 3-harm. Awesome. So yeah, you guys,
I think I have Partridge's back first, but I can cover your back.
Just keep an eye out for me.
Got it.
Rikara, like, before you guys, like, really go in, she, like, just, like, takes a few deep breaths and, like, shakes it out, and she's like, okay, let's do this, and, like, puts on her, like, soldier face, basically.
So yeah, I guess when we, like, start to get close...
They're inside a warehouse, by the way.
Yeah. So I think when we, like, get to the door, I say, okay, you guys wait at the door, and when you hear everyone scream, you can come in. Good?
I shrug and say, yeah. As long as that guy dies.
There's some guards around eyeing you, but they're like, oh, they're those people. Like, they recognize Saffron, so they're not really concerned about it because it's Saffron.
So I walk in the door.
Oh, good, they heard that.
Another door not locked. That's it.
Yeah, I open the door.
It's like a place of work. People.
And I just
It's a warehouse.
yell. Yeah, I just scream over the den. Partridge, there's someone at the door to see you.
Everybody just stops and looks over to you. You trying to conceal the fact you're holding an axe at all?
Oh, it's on the floor.
Oh, the axe is on the floor?
I'm not holding it.
Awesome. So, like, they all just, like, look over at you. You don't look like one of theirs at all. You got a fucking mask on.
I'm not one of theirs. Partridge.
Yeah.
There's just someone here to see Partridge, and I'm a messenger.
Yeah, so they all, like, look around and Partridge, you see Partridge on, like, halfway across the room. And he's, like, looking at a clipboard. And, like... looks like he's trying to like figure out some numbers, and like he looks really stressed out. Like he's rubbing his like head, and he's yeah. And then he like someone like taps him on the shoulder, and he like starts, and he like looks over and just confused, and he calls the guard over, and guard walks up to you, and he's like, "What do you want?"
There's someone here to see Partridge, and they sent me in to get him to come outside and talk.
Who is it?
Saffron.
She can come in here. She's welcome.
Ah, fine. Let me go get him then.
Her. Saffron's a her.
No, I said him. I'm going to get Partridge.
Oh. He puts a hand on it, is like, that's not necessary.
Yeah, it is.
Like, puts a hand, like, on your chest and is like, I'll go talk to him, see if he's interested in having this conversation with Saffron.
Okay, sounds good.
You can stay here. And, like, motions to one
I
of the
don't know
other
if I'm
guards.
going to stay here.
He motions to one of the other guards to like, come over. And, they're not wearing their helmets right now.
Mhm.
So we recognize the other guard that he calls over as Shan. And, that's his name, right?
Oh,
Shan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yes.
works out perfectly because Trench doesn't know who he is, but I was actually already going to do this anyway.
Yeah, so
So
Shan
I
walks
promise
over.
this isn't me metagaming because it's just too perfect.
Yeah, Shan comes over and is like, and the guard like tells him like, wait here with this guy, and the first guard goes and heads back over to Partridge, and
While
they
he's-
have hushed conversation.
While he's walking to Partridge, I lean over to Shan and I say, hey, do you like Black Sludge?
His
I wait for a response.
eyes like widen, and he's like, what type of bullshit question is that?
Well, I mean, you'd be happy if one of their leaders died, right?
Wouldn't we all be?
Okay, so here's the thing. Partridge is one, and I'm here to do something about that. But that guy's being, like, weird and not letting me do something about it. So why don't you just, like, not notice me go, and then I'll go take care of it now.
He like looks you up and down, and he's like, who you working for? Of
Saffron.
course.
I've got my own grudge with Black Sludge anyway, but that's separate from the... Well, actually, that's also a part of this, but that's only the first part of my grudge. So, you know.
He like curses under his breath, and he's like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, and like just walks out of the building.
I pick up my axe, and I walk over to where Partridge and the guy are talking, and I slam my axe into Partridge's back.
Okay, do the thing where he can't fight back.
Okay, I'm going aggro.
Double axe to the back.
It was too perfect. I was going to do it anyway, and it just worked out so perfectly. Thank you. Yep, I do it.
Succeeds.
I'm seizing his life. So...
But you're going aggro.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about going aggro. Because, like, I want to kill him. Like, just period. On a 10 plus, they have to choose force your hand and suck it up or cave and do what you want. But what I want is for him to die.
Yeah. So,
So-
how much harm do you do?
3.
Yeah. Okay. So he like crumbles and like he's not dead, but he like falls down, and then the guard like pulls up his gun and goes to take a shot at you. What do you do?
I say, hey, I'm doing you a favor, look. And does he look like he's stopping?
No.
I, like, left my axe in his back and have my hands up. Is he, like, stopping at all?
He's like down on the ground, down on the ground.
So, like, I comply and I sit down.
Do we hear people screaming?
Yeah, you hear people like not screaming, but like loud gasp. And you also see Shan walk out like 15 seconds before any of this happens. So what do you do when Shan just walks to the building? One of the guards just walks out. He just looks done. Like, just...
You know, I have
So-
a move for this. I want to know something about someone important, so I'm gonna roll plus hot.
Awesome.
I love
Yeah,
trying,
you
guys.
know what
Super
Shan
succeed.
does.
So yeah, I know what's up with them.
Or am I supposed to... So, sorry, what's the question? Yeah.
It's like a read a person for.
Okay, so what's the questions?
Well, so I know what's up with them as a player,
Yeah.
and you probably don't need to answer that for me.
Yeah.
So now Saffron knows. Who do they trust?
Who do they trust? No one?
Are you sure they trust
NPC.
nobody?
we
Man
have
without
yet to meet.
cause.
Sorry, you all talked at once. One at a time, please, friends.
Are you sure they don't trust nobody?
Okay, anybody have something
Get out,
important to
Griffin.
say?
That's it, guys. The stream's out. It's over, guys.
Does anybody else have something
done.
important to say?
And that's the end of Apocalypse World, guys.
Trench
Yes.
just dies in there.
Seth,
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
What were you
said he's a
saying?
man with nothing to lose.
Yeah, like, he doesn't trust anybody.
And so then I want to, how could I get to him emotionally?
I'd know talk about the big picture, about, like, the importance of what you're doing and how it changes the world and shit.
Yeah. Gonna let him walk away. But remember his face.
Yeah, he just, like, murmurs under his breath and, like, he looks over at you and he's like, fucking Saffron, fucking black sludge, and that fucking asshole, who the fuck was he? And, like, just murmurs to himself and walks off and is like, now I have to find a new place to go, fuck it. He just, like, throws the helmet on the ground and just, like, storms off.
Smash
Go let
cut.
the PCs
Okay,
kill some more gangs for you.
Yeah. Just smash cut, like you see, like Saffron looking at this guy, and like the camera just pans ever so slightly over, and there's Orchid in like she's got like a hard hat on, and like what a foreman will wear, and she's just yelling at everybody to like please proceed in a calm and orderly fashion outside
Nobody's
of the building.
out there. There's a few guards who are looking at you like you're fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Are you still doing it?
She's like, no, you guys should seriously, like, please go away. It would be best if we all leave in a calm and orderly fashion.
What are you promising them right now?
I'm promising them that they get to continue breathing, because shit is about to go down.
Yeah, so they leave with in a calm and orderly fashion back into the building because they're like, "What the fuck is going on with this crazy bitch?"
Yeah.
So yeah, they proceed back into
Cool.
the warehouse where Trench is, and Shan doesn't. Shan just fucking walks by you and just doesn't notice you.
I have
Imagine,
serious-
Imagine-
Like, shrug.
Imagine he's just in Earl's crosshairs the whole time.
Yeah, Earl's just like, so like we smash cut to like the scope, and it's just like, you again, you again. Do I
Antsy trigger
or
finger.
don't I? Yeah, it's just like and drift down to like the trigger finger. Yeah, it's just twitching ever so slightly.
Do you pull the trigger?
Yes, but I don't kill him. I shoot like at his feet.
You don't. Are you trying to
Trying to,
shoot
like, get him.
Or are you trying to scare
I'm trying to-
the shit out of him?
I'm trying to scare him into running into the building again, like for
yeah,
cover
okay.
or something.
Go aggro.
Mhm.
Oh, wrong sheet. So add 2 to that.
Solid
So
11.
you get a success. So
Yeah.
you're trying to like you can't specifically unless you're gonna
I'm
like
tr-
fire bullets to like hurt him. And are you trying to hurt him?
Yeah. I'm trying to herd him into the building. With like
Yeah, like
with sniper rifle fire. So like
you just
it's
like
like
he's what the
he's
fuck?
walking along and then there's an explosion like inches away from his toes. And there's just like a puddle of like there's like a bullet like impact zone.
Yeah, he just like
'Cause,
starts like jumping back and like starting like
Yeah.
booking it back towards Saffron. And he's like, "What the?" And like he turns to Saffron and is like, "What the fuck is that?"
I think Saffron
Saffron's
probably
voice is much more deep in a man. The
stops
fuck's that?
him, and she's got her assault rifle or whichever. I think it's probably the same as all the other black sledge guns.
The assault
Um,
rifle.
Her assault rifle, I think, pointed at him, and she's just like, "You should give me your gun before you go back inside." Oh, and that was our friend, Mr. Earl King.
He's like, "Fuck, of course it is. You people." He's like, "I don't want to go back in there."
I know, PCs.
He's like, I don't want to go back in there."
She's like, "Just give me your gun and I'll wave you off or something."
He just like looks kind of like confused and not sure if he should trust you. He has like one hand on his gun. I don't know what type of gun he has. It's a 2-harm gun, I think.
So,
um,
semi-auto pistol, submachine gun.
Probably a semi-auto pistol. And yeah, he's just like, I don't think I should really be giving you my. He like takes a step back and like, I don't know what your people's business here is, but I don't want to be part of it.
It's like, no, you really, picked a bad day to come into work. Wrong place, wrong time.
I just want to leave this place before I get my head fucking blown off.
She looks at him and she's like, "Shan, man who loves no one and lives for taking down gangs. You should just leave this whole fucking city."
Are you gonna try to like manipulate him here? Because he's not gonna do shit. And are you trying to
I
manipulate?
thought that
him
was
to do
pretty good
something specific?
advice. No, I'm just warning him that like he's
I mean, you were
liable to
trying to
get
get
his
him
head
to give
blown
you his
off.
gun. You were trying to get him to leave. Like I don't know what if you.
I don't care where he goes. I'm just telling him he's liable to get his head blown off if he stays in the city, based on like what he tends to get up to.
Yeah, well, if I'm gonna get my head blown off, at least I'm gonna do it in the right way. And this sure as hell ain't it.
Well then, go that way or go that way. And
If I go that way, I'm gonna get shot by.
I've like waved and pointed and just shrugged.
Starts like mumbling and just like he literally goes nowhere. He basically just stays there and not starts like pacing and like getting mumbling some more and
Well, fine. You want to be
Rukara
useful?
makes like the crazy sign at him, like to you. You fucking.
And she's like, well, do you want to be useful, Shan?
He looks over, and is like, trying to be, but you're not making it easy.
Well, we're going to go cut the head off a black sludge and turn it into something a little bit better. And, well, you're another gun. You're a soldier. So
The
I guess
direct-
I guess I am manipulating him.
To join you guys.
Yeah.
He says, the direct route isn't usually my style. Why should I help you people if you're gonna just make another gang? And, like, spits the word like it's disgusting. It's gang.
I'm not making another one. It's not going anywhere. If no one steps in, then bad people will step in, and people will be fighting, and it will lead to more people getting hurt.
And you think you can fix that? That you can change it?
No, there's going to be a vacuum, and someone's got to fill it. And, well, these people need to die, and there's no good way to go about it.
He nods and he's like, fine, help you. But if that gang of yours turns out to be different from what you're saying, then we're gonna have some troubles.
She just looks at him and she's like, remember, Shan, you can always leave this city before you find a bullet in your face.
It's not really it's not really anywhere else to go.
Now we're like, we spent way too long out here, and probably like run inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So inside.
Inside,
Well, this is
Trench is
happening.
dead, and everyone's screaming and like tearing their ears off.
yeah, Trench, you're sitting. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah,
He
I
told you to
sat
get
down
on
when
the
he told
ground?
me to get on the ground.
Like, lie down
Okay.
on your belly. And
I
he,
lie
like,
on my
tells
belly.
you. And then it says, put your hands behind your on your back or on your head.
I do
Or
it.
what, I don't know how to do this shit. And then he reaches down and goes to secure your wrists.
I get up and I tackle him.
Okay. Seize by force. Are you trying to seize his mobility by force, or what are you trying to seize here?
I'm trying to stun him. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
but
take
how are you
control of the
going about it?
situation. I'm trying to knock him on the ground so that I have control of what happens. I want to knock his gun out of his hands,
Okay.
disorient him.
You wanna seize the control that he has of his.
Yeah, I want to control the situation.
Go ahead.
Ooh,
No.
How badly did you do? I
5.
missed it.
So
Uh-huh.
he,
That's 2 ones.
Snake eyes.
All right, here's where my moves
Yeah.
kick in.
Yeah. So he punches you in the face,
How much harm?
and what?
Does it do any harm?
I think it does. I think a punch in the face does 1 harm.
Okay, 2
Fine.
armor, I'm fine, and I have to roll the harm move for 0, right?
Yeah.
Well-
or you roll it for.
I roll it for negative
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
All right, I miss it. We're good.
Yep. And he's like, I said, stay down, and goes to try to secure your wrists again. And unless you have a new tactic you want to deal with this, he does that.
It's like all the guards start filing in.
I think I just start talking. Okay, that was dumb. Yeah, you're right. But do you really have to secure the wrists? I already failed once. I'm not going to do it again. Is it really that big a deal? And I'm just, talking at him, and I'm trying to manipulate him.
Into what exactly? Into
Just
releasing
leaving,
you?
No, and just leaving me on the ground without securing my wrists. Also, I need to mark.
That's I don't even want to
Come
let
on,
you
man.
roll
You
for
don't
that,
need to
but I have
handcuff
to.
me.
Like
Exactly.
I don't even want to let you roll for that, but
Just make the punishment for failure really, really bad.
yeah, like
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
go ahead and roll your hot if you have it.
Partial success.
So what are you promising him?
Look, I promise I won't get up again. Okay, I swear.
He needs concrete proof right now.
Look. See, the only thing I can do is use that axe, right? Just take it away. I'll just stay right here. I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, he calls one of the other guards over, and they take the axe away, and he like keeps like a knee on your back so you can't get up, and he's like, he yells at another guard to like go and or like not a guard but one of the workers to like go inform Millions of the situation and get like back up and shit, and then some of the other guards are like talking and shit like
Yeah.
about what they should do, and
I start using my hands to drum a rhythm on the floor and like hum a tune.
the guy who's like keeping you down with his knee like digs it more into your back, and he's like, shut up.
Okay. Oh, whoa, not supposed to do that. Sorry. Wait, does that count?
He just digs his knee into your back and more.
Hey. Calm down. I'm trying. Look, this isn't as easy as it sounds. Okay. Okay.
Fucking Deadpool.
So good.
It wasn't intentional, but that's what it's like. He's very similar. It seems like.
Yeah. It's good. I love Deadpool.
Yeah, I do too.
So, yeah, you just sit there like humming and shit.
Being like really
Yeah.
annoying.
So, right as you guys are walking into the building, or making to walk in the building, or maybe that's what starts you out of your conversation you're having, because like a dude like runs out of the building and almost runs into you guys, but then like ignores you and just keeps running.
I guess I try to tackle him.
Okay, go ahead and seize him by force. Seize his mobility principles.
So
Choose two.
take definite hold and suffer little harm.
Awesome. So you like tackle him. He's like, "Hey, get the fuck off me!"
Not happening. So
I have
here's
to-
the
He's
deal.
like, he doesn't stop talking. He's like, "I have to go tell Millions. Get
Yeah.
the fuck off me."
You're not gonna go tell. Well, then she's like, "You're not gonna go tell Millions anything." Let me explain the situation. I have a sniper rifle up there, and a guy behind it who's really, really good with it. And now, if you get up and keep running, he's just gonna shoot you. So in a way, I just saved your life. But what you should do is stay lying down right here with the hands on the back of your head and not move until I come back out of this building.
He's like, "Fucking Partridge just got murdered in there. We have to tell somebody."
The Millions knows.
What are you saying? Is this a hit?
I don't have time to deal with this. Partridge was Black Sludge. And I say if you move, you're dead.
Are
And
you
just
gonna like
get up and-
try to manipulate him, or you just don't care?
No, I'm just warning him. I'm just warning him that there's a sniper there. I don't care. Mills
Okay,
already
so-
knows.
So do you guys go into the building?
I've got to go in. There's people screaming. Yeah, I
Yeah.
go in and I fire like a few shots to get people's attention as I run in.
Awesome.
And
as
hopefully
soon
I've got
as
my
you guys are
soldiers
inside the
coming
building,
in, like,
the
pointing
guy.
guns.
Did you take your people inside with you? All
Oh,
your
absolutely.
people?
Yeah, we like storm in. We're soldiering. Think like bank robbing.
Oh.
Awesome.
When they
Do you
walk
take
in,
Shannon with
I
you?
like
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
wave
take
my
Shannon with
arm.
me.
Like I just wave at them when they walk in.
Yes, so I like fire a few
So
shots
guys,
and start yelling.
when you as soon as you leave, go inside the building, the dude who's outside stands up and makes a break for it and starts running.
No, he doesn't.
Idiot.
Because I have 2 player characters, so Orchid jumps on his back and is like, "Hey,
You jumping on him, seize him by force, then.
It's like, yeah, sure.
Mm.
Ow! She'll like cry a little bit. She'll be like, my leg. I was trying to get away. Take me with you.
Roll to manipulate.
Yeah. Let's go this way.
There. it
Yes,
is.
and she changes his thing because
Do you have that
Setter
expanded?
isn't
Everyone does.
no Setter isn't
God.
dead yet.
So fuck, I have to think. I don't even have a name for this asshole. You guys make my life suck.
Um, so yeah, this guy has just become like
He's just fallen in love.
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
His name is Bodhi.
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 You don't know that yet, I guess.
Well, I'll find out soon.
What do you want him to be?
Let's just say he looks at her and his heart just starts pounding and he's just like, man, this is like love at first sight, whatever that means.
But
I think I
what?
read about this in a book once.
I'm trying
is there
to
like
find
a
the page.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
got a
I don't know.
open.
Personally, and I can't check it out, or things will get messed up on my end. Personally.
There we go.
Just take him into an alley behind this warehouse, and not out the way that he was running. Be like, hey, you should come with me. We should go this way, and yeah,
So
you
he's
can,
like,
you can
but
help
I
me
have
out
to,
here.
So
but I have to tell millions.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. Forget about millions, and she'll kiss him. Why not? Just do it. This way.
Okay. Does anybody have the expanded thing open? 'Cause-
yeah, so you've got friend, lover, right hand, representative, guardian, and confidant. And the impulses are to back you up for friend, to give you shelter and comfort for a lover, to follow through on your intentions for a right hand, to pursue your interests in your absence for a representative, to intercept danger for a guardian, and to give you advice, perspective, or absolution for a confidant.
Yeah.
You have to keep him now. That's the problem with succeeding on
Page
shit like this.
106.
Now you have to keep him.
I mean, you can kind of
Yeah,
just
well,
have him off to the side, be a lover that you can
Yeah.
just fall back on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll just say that. He's a lover, air quotes.
He will
Bodhi.
give you shelter and or comforts.
Yeah. And right now, I want him to comfort me in this alleyway and not go see millions
Yeah, he totally does
and
that.
blow his brains out. Yeah. So cool. It's more. Oh, yay. Sweet.
What does Earl think of this scene through his crosshairs?
It's he didn't want to kill a bunch of innocent people, so he's like, good job, kid.
Awesome.
And I
So,
get
back
improvement.
inside the
Yay,
building.
anyway. Back inside, yeah. bank robbery. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody.
So what do
Everybody,
you-
this
what
is
do
a
you guys-
stick up.
So what do you do when you walk in the building, Saffron?
Fire like 2 shots into the air and then shout. Everybody needs to calm the fuck right down. And hopefully,
Everybody's mostly calm.
good.
And they'll just like look over at you and you see some people start getting nervous and like whispering to each other.
So like, what type of armed people do we see?
You see like 4 of like of the like Millions guards in like their standard like big armor or really obvious armor, and one of them has their knee in Trench's back.
Hey guy. Hey guy.
Are they mostly near each other? Or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
So
huddled around like talking about what they should do.
we probably then just all have our guns pointed at like them. I'm gonna try to read the situation. Wow, that is not going my way.
What's gonna go happen here? I don't know.
The biggest threat are the people with the guns.
Totally.
Awesome.
Saffron's probably just like, here's the deal. Partridge, he was Black Sludge. He wasn't a member, he wasn't a leader. Black Sludge was his operation. He ran the whole thing.
That's why I axed him. I like
Dude, like
turning my head around,
Big
looking at him,
boy.
saying that. Hey, just explaining.
And well, we had to take care of it. Plus, he owed me.
So you 3 are standing with guns pointed at the 3 guards and the dude and Trench and the other guard, and they're standing with guns pointed at you, and they're like yelling at you to get on the ground and put
Hey,
your
guys.
weapons down.
Didn't we say we weren't going to do the pointing thing? Can you guys stop pointing your guns too? Please? Can that be a thing?
And as you say that, the dude who has his knee in his back is like just like, oh my god, and like pulls out his gun and like cocks it and like just puts it against your head. He's like, not another word. Not another fucking word.
So he has to take his knee off
Shut
my
the fuck
back
up.
to pull his gun out, doesn't he?
Well, it's like holstered, so he can
Okay, fair enough.
get it out.
Well, yeah.
The
I'm
weight
just-
shifts a
Yeah,
little bit.
when the weight shifts, I think I throw him off of me.
Awesome. Go ahead and
Are we like near a railing, like on an elevated platform?
no, you guys are. There's only a main level here.
Okay, yeah, I just throw him off
Sorry,
of me and
can't.
try and disarm him again.
Okay. Seize his weapon by force.
Partial
You
success.
guys are really bad at this.
I should be way better at this, but
You know, right? So, what do you want?
take definite hold of it and suffer little harm.
Awesome. So, they are, just for reference sake, 2 armor, small gang.
Okay, would you say I'm being scary as fucking going after someone?
I mean, are you being scary?
Yes, I've gotten very, like, I've become very serious all of a sudden.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
what
so
what does that move entail?
It means I have 3 armor. Instead
Then
of
no. No, I'm kidding.
2. It's, Rasputin. It means I have 3 armor instead of 2.
I don't
that
think
specific
you're necessarily
condition.
actually like in this situation. Like I feel like you're not being that scary because you're just doing what's
Okay.
kind of expected of you
Sounds good.
in this
Yeah,
situation.
I have 2 armor. That's what I was asking.
Once
Okay.
you take a few bullet shots and then keep coming at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it
Rasputin
gets
comes into
scary. You're like a
effect.
zombie. So you have
It's Rasputin, after
so
all.
it's 3 harm because so you get 1 harm.
Plus, well, it was 3, and then I
was-
reduced it by 1 because
Well, it's 2 harm because yeah, you reduced it by 1. Why?
I suffered little harm in doing it.
Oh yeah.
So it's 2 harm plus 1 for being a gang, minus 1 for being for doing that, and then I have 2 armor, so it ends up being net 0.
Okay, so roll the harm move. He shoots you, but it just like skids off your armor.
I don't even feel it.
Wow.
This is why I picked
So
those
you
moves.
wanted to. What was the 2 you took?
I took take definite hold of it and suffer little harm.
Okay. Yeah, you guys struggle with the weapon. It like grazes off of your armor, and then you have the weapon.
Yeah. So
And
I look for the guy that has my axe.
yeah. Well, everybody else, the Saffron and the NPCs notice that the people with the guns are about to fire at you. What do you do? As soon as Trench gets aggressive. What do you do, Saffron?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted. I want to dive for cover. If there's cover around, that's reasonable. So we're not just
Awesome.
standing in the open.
Act under fire.
So that is my hot.
Fire is getting shot. In case you're curious.
I had a hunch.
Ooh.
I'm glad that's my hot. It's an advancement.
Actually, I think I'm
Okay.
pretty close to mine too.
So,
So
hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking at the do something under fire thing. Yeah, okay. You make it to your cover for now.
No. Worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice? Or are you just holding on to that?
I was gonna hold on to it unless you want me to do it now and kill you all. No, I'm kidding.
Let's go with that one.
So I was gonna I was trying to think about mechanically or like fictionally how this would like work in the space and stuff. But you can like dive for cover, but you know that Rikara is not going to make it, and she's going to get a bullet in her head if you don't grab her first and pull her down with you, which means that you're probably going to result in a bullet, but it's not going to be in the head like it would be for her.
Yeah, I grab her.
Cool. You take... What's your armor?
I think it's just one.
Okay, take 1 harm and roll the harm move.
So wait, that last attack was the whole gang shooting at me, right? Because you attacked
Yeah.
as a small gang. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So I can really play on this. That's good.
Sorry, I'm doing this all with one hand now. 4.
Awesome. So, yeah, you all 3 make it to cover. Shan, Shan, Rikara, and Saffron make it to cover. Trench, what do you do?
I point the gun that I just took at the guy on the ground, and I look up at all of the... And I have a foot on his chest. And I look up at all the people up there, and I say, drop your guns, or you're all dead, and he's the first to go. And I'm going aggro, because I do intend to carry you through with this.
Awesome.
And that's an advancement. I'm going to take Daredevil. So they can cave, or they can let this guy die.
They, like, look around at each other, and then, like, one of the guys, like, slowly lowers his weapon, and then the other ones follow.
I say, smart. Now one of you pass me the axe.
One of the guys like kicks it over to you.
I pick it up and I throw the gun, like I slide the gun across to where nobody is. And then I just stand there and I say,
Nobody's at the tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is nobody doing there?
It's a long ass slide, man.
it is.
You really got to go with that arm.
I mean, you've seen what he's done today.
Yeah.
But, and he just says, alright, now why don't you guys come out and we'll all be civil about this.
Sorry, what'd you say?
So I'm like standing over the guy still, but I've got my axe back, and I just look over to where they ducked under cover, and I say, alright, you guys can come out now.
Yeah. We do come out. Well, I do.
Yeah, they follow your lead. Shan, a little bit more hesitantly.
I think you probably see Saffron like taking off her jacket to get at where she was shot. I'm guessing she's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
have,
just
like, a-
winged. Or
Yeah, it was just like a deep graze in your arm.
um,
I'm just gonna say real quick, I took Daredevil as my advancement, so if I go into danger without hedging my bets, I get another armor.
Awesome.
And if I'm leading a gang or convoy, they also get armor.
Cool.
the hell was I think? I wrote down like 4 different moves that I'd want to take when I advanced, and like one of them was Clear Eyed, and I'm like, what the fuck was that move? I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, control effing. Does anyone know what Clear Eyed
How
is?
tired were you? I've
Was
never
it-
heard
There
of
it is. Oh, it's with a dash. It's a touchstone move.
Okay. I was gonna say,
So when
is
you
it-
read a person, roll plus hard instead of plus sharp. Well, that seems pretty useful. Especially considering how all my read a persons went today. I'm not going to do that. I'm taking Interesting Skinner because that move's fun as fuck.
What is that move?
So whenever you take off a piece of clothing, yours or someone else's, no one who can see you can do anything but watch.
and you can exempt people by name.
Yes, and you can exempt people by name.
You exempting anybody by name, or you just stripping?
I mean, she had a reason to get at her. At her arm. I'm not exempting anyone by name.
Awesome. So they all just look at you.
She looks to the only other PC in the room, Trench. That's his name. It's like, all right.
Told you this was
I
what
think-
I was here for.
And you see why I wanted backup?
Yep.
So let's make sure that. Oh well, let's just get out of here.
Thank you guys for understanding, and thank you for not making me kill someone, because I was really only here for Partridge. 1 sec, by the way, and I go and check Partridge's pulse.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's like, oh, damn,
And
you're
it's
supposed to
full of
ask
blood.
him stuff.
Perfect. Alright. You know what? I'm sure Mace will come out somewhere.
That was the plan, that's right. Mace will know.
Oh yeah, he'll know.
As you guys are walking out, one of the guard would like,
Well,
or
I
you
think-
don't
I
know.
think- Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
go ahead.
I think Saffron kind of just stays and lets everyone else go out first before she backs out.
Yeah, and like as you
And you
guys are
found superpower.
walking out, one of them, like you don't see who. One of them yells, "You're not gonna get away with this."
We just did.
that's what I was thinking.
Justin!
Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those kids and their stupid dog.
Meddling player character.
They're meddling
Yeah,
faceless.
Yeah. Who's under the mask?
Someone scary, clearly.
Oh, Raggy.
So, yeah.
Saffron's just like, it needed to happen. Sorry that you all got caught in the crossfire. And I think we leave.
Awesome.
Do we run as soon as we're out the door?
I'm
I
kinda-
probably run.
I think I start strolling, and I see you running, and then I take off running after you.
I don't know, I'm basing this whole thing off of a bank heist. to the getaway
Oh, we
vehicle.
should have one of those, guys. I'd love to see you guys. You guys play Shadowrun because you guys would come up with the stupidest plans ever, and it'd be hilarious.
I know, it'd be
What are you
great.
talking
We'd be super convoluted.
It would be so good.
No.
The theatrics
Yeah.
that you guys have is just
We
nice.
should just like skip the Shadowrun and just go to Fiasco.
Oh, Fiasco. I've never actually played it, but
I don't
we
even
should
know what
play
it is.
It once.
it's
Cool
weird.
game.
It's like a one-shot game
Yeah.
where you're basically playing Fargo.
Oh.
Cappy, you've seen the TI Fiasco, right? Maybe. Maybe she has. That's why I know
Yeah.
about it. Anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
as we're running, I think Trench goes, well, that went just about as well as I expected. Perfectly.
Saffron laughs in spite of herself.
Look, I don't think they even hit me. It was perfect. Oh, what? That doesn't look good. Let's go.
You notice a scuff. Yes, some scuff on your armor. Like the paint's chipped or something.
Yeah, I say that about her. Like, the bullet.
Oh.
No, she's like torn off like
Mhm.
some of her tank top or something and is just like tying it up. He's like, it's nothing.
Cool. So you guys hop in the van.
Chicks dig
I was
scars.
like,
Mhm.
yeah. I was like, all right, let's go. And rolls on off.
Cool. So, back at the tower, what's been going on? Sutter been up to anything?
There's been a constant cacophony of machinery from the garage. And it stopped for like half an hour when I got a glass of water and made a sandwich.
I think Sutter goes to see Wisher.
Awesome.
The truck is
What
there.
about you, Cap? Are you back?
Sutter has her motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, you have your bike now.
I know. Maiden voyage.
I don't know where Cap is. Anyway, yeah. So you you have your bike. Yeah. So you take your bike over?
Yeah, I'm just deciding if I take Hope too. I don't think so.
You're gonna put her on a motorcycle? Do you want to have a bullet in your head?
What? It's safe.
Is it? Do you have
More
a
or
helmet?
less.
Do you have
Absolutely
a sidecar?
I rode motorcycles, and I don't know, bitch in motorcycles when I was younger. It's not that bad, especially when there's no other cars on the road.
Nice.
That's like the most dangerous part about being on a motorcycle is everyone else.
Mhm.
So
But I don't take her.
you don't take her?
Nah.
Okay. So, yeah, you get to Wisher's. Like, do you just knock on the door, or do you walk in, or what do you do?
No, eventually I'll just knock on the door when I get there. But I definitely just kind of spend some time driving around first. I don't
Okay.
take but yeah.
So,
Knock. Or whatever. Yeah, knock. Sounds good.
yeah, so, after a minute, like, Kettle comes and opens the door, and she smiles at you, and she's like, came for another visit?
It's good to see you, Kettle. She nods.
Good to see you, too. She's could use a break. She's busy working in the den. She won't. I'm trying to get her to eat for hours, and she just won't sit down for lunch. Maybe you can talk some sense into her.
Yeah. She's gonna need a break. Things aren't gonna get cleaner.
She nods. Well, I'll go off and make some food. How does that sound? She heads
Sounds
off to the
lovely.
kitchen without waiting for your answer.
Nice old grandma that she is.
So
Short-
yeah,
Short smash.
Wisher's
cut.
doing her thing where she's pacing around and reading things and mumbling to herself, trying to figure out the solution to a problem that has no real solution, probably.
Can't wait to complicate it for her.
Like you
What were we
always
smash
do.
backing to?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, as she says she's gonna go get food and you're walking, it's just Leone, like, eating lunch with the kids and like has the radio on, and that's what's going on at the tower.
Cool. So, yeah. She doesn't even notice you when you walk in.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably like goes up and like puts her hands on her shoulders from behind, like hugs her
She,
from
like-
behind, and
She, like, starts and she's like, "What are you doing here? Don't you have work to do?"
actually no.
That's good news.
Yeah, well, everyone just went off running, and you know what that normally means.
You'll have work soon. We all will.
I think we all will. They're going after, well, Black Sludge.
She sighs. She's like, afraid they probably bit off more than they can chew then.
They put quite the team together, but we'll see. I imagine they're all going to get back bloody and bruised and guts hanging out of them, and I'll be nowhere in sight. She
She, like,
kind of
chuckles
laughs. Yeah.
She's like, that's not a pretty thought. Shouldn't you be back waiting for him?
I'm sure they're fine. Besides, it's been half the day already. I can't wait forever.
Fair enough. Mm. So what are you doing here? I got work to do myself. She like gestures to the papers that are like scattered everywhere.
She's like, I just needed to get out, and I wanted to take the bike out. She's like, here. Let's go for a ride.
She like chuckles. She's like, honey, I don't have time for that. In case you haven't heard, we got a food crisis and, well, we got to work on that. We got to figure out a way to increase production.
Setter's nodding, thinking to herself, I promised Earl. I promised Earl. I promised Earl.
Promised Earl what?
Then she's like, why did I promise Earl? But I did. That she wouldn't tell anyone.
And
But that's also kind of why she's here. But she's like, no, come on, let's go for a ride. The food shortage will be here when we get back. Or maybe it won't. And then won't you feel silly for having stayed around instead of going for a ride?
she smiles and she's like, really, honey, this is important work. Nobody else is going to do it for me.
Well, I can help.
I'd love for you to help, but I can't go on a ride, not now. There's too much to be done.
Sarah looks at her. She's like, okay, I understand. There's some news.
News?
Yeah. Can't tell if it's good or bad. Probably good, but
Do I need to sit down
Problematic.
for this?
yeah.
Like, oh, this is going to be lovely. She just pops on the couch and pats the seat next to her.
Now, we probably shouldn't go telling people this until we have a better plan. But we need a plan. Iris did something, and she says we can have babies again. At least for right now. There's nothing blocking people.
What are you saying? I don't understand. How? She like shakes her head. Don't understand.
It's Yeah. It was apparently an accident that I'm not sure either. There was a machine and it killed someone, it nearly killed me, but she was fine. And, well, we can have kids again, but
How do
there's
you
gonna be a lot
know?
more mouths to feed. Because I trust
How do you know?
Iris.
I'm not saying I don't trust Iris either, but without any proof, I'm not sure. There's nothing we can do.
Alright, well, we won't start knowing for sure for another few weeks.
I mean, this shakes her head. I don't know what to say.
We just probably should come up with something.
I'll think about it. My head's just clogged up with all this food shortage right now, and I just thinking about more mouths to feed. Whether it's good or bad, I can't handle that.
Gonna be, yep. If Iris is right, probably gonna be a lot more. People won't be expecting it.
It'll be a pandemic.
Do people today even remember how that works?
Is that a me question or a Wisher question?
I think she's kind of just talking aloud.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a. She's just like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're the doc. Do you remember?
I remember. But
Oh,
I'm the
good.
doc.
At least we have one person. She like smirks at you. So, she like looks around at the papers and shrugs. I have to get back to work, honey.
Kettle says you're working yourself ragged. She's worried about you.
She's always worried. There's nothing to be worried about. I'm fine. You know me, I'm fine.
Well,
She says with bags under her eyes.
if you won't come for a quick ride, you've got to eat something. Trust me, I'm a doc. I do know how that works.
There's not enough food going around for that right now. I already had breakfast. It's fine. I can just wait till dinner. It's fine. Like, goes back to shuffling papers.
I think Setter will just sit down and help where she can.
Awesome. Iris, what are you doing at the tower? You're, like, alone for most of the day? Or PC-wise, you're alone?
Probably hangs out with the kids.
Yeah. So I guess there's like a brief time when Leon and Iris are together, and then Leon goes back down.
Do you talk to Leon about this stuff, Iris? About the events of the day?
Yeah. She probably drops the ball that she's pretty sure she fixed it.
How does Leon react?
Wait. You lifted the barrier? Like, people can have kids again?
She nods. As far as I understand it.
So I kind of lean back for a second, and I think, and I just smile, and I say I knew you could do it.
He smiles back and says, "Thank you."
Well, I'm glad that I at least got to hear that before I went. I'll see you around. Let me know if you have any other major breakthroughs.
Hello.
And then yeah, I think that's when I go back down.
Awesome. Does anybody else have anything major we want to do that's quick before we wrap up the session?
No.
Cool. Should we do hacks then?
So,
Gerson.
are we gonna end with like everybody getting back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind
Gerson, do you
of
want to do anything? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I kind of like the fade to black of Leon saying like, "I'm glad I got to hear that before I leave," and then like going back to work and just sitting in his workshop doing
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah.
Camera zooms out, fade to black.
Yeah.
Him framed nice and center.
So, yeah. Let's go top to bottom this time. Orchid, who knows you better?
Trench.
Ooh,
Why not?
thank you.
Trench, who knows you better?
I think Saffron.
Okay.
She was,
Saffron now has threes with everyone except for Leon.
she was there for that whole moment.
Saffron, who do you know better? Or who knows you better, sorry. Gosh, I can't talk today. That's how I know the session. Time for bed. Time for bed. Can't talk.
Trench probably.
Alright. I now have 2 threes.
Who knows the king better?
Saffron.
Who knows Iris better?
Better.
Who knows Leon better?
Iris? She's the only person I talk to.
Yeah, I know, right? And who knows Sutter better? Sutter better. Better Sutter. It
Um,
rhymes.
Iris, when you roll over, do you get a 0 or 1?
1.
It's
One.
one.
So, it was a good session. I really liked the mix of characters and changing it up a bit. I liked that. It's nice getting to know our new characters better.
I really like the orchid. Yeah, she's cool.
I really like her too. It's nice.
I kind of knew what Saffron
Yeah.
was about, but this was our first real look at the orchid. I felt like.
Yeah, and now she has a boyfriend.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
What's his name? Bodhi?
Bodhi.
Bodhi.
Yeah.
B-O-D-E.
Okay.
Does he go surfing when it floods?
Dude, it's just a name that popped into my head. It was
Whoa,
it's a
man.
name that a kid has at my work.
Radical.
So. I actually know a kid named Bodhi, so you can feel bad for that little, like.
Surf's up, man.
So, yeah.
I finally got the advancement that puts me at 4 armor when I charge at someone.
So stream-wise, thanks everybody for watching. I'm happy there was minor interest on my part for the stream. I didn't think there would be, but there was. So yeah,
Yay.
people actually showed up and talked in chat. It's nice.
I forgot to be in chat the whole time.
Gosh, how dare you? How dare you? I'm insulted.
I'm like really sad.
I had a couple people like show up, but nobody really talked.
Yeah, I had just some friends and a regular show up and stuff. A lot of my chat is very like, usually I talk to my chat, so everybody gets bored when I don't talk to them, and so they leave. But a few people stopped in for all of 30 seconds, so that's nice.
I just wanted to spam emotes.
I'm sad you didn't. Very sad.
I completely forgot I had it open.
So yeah.
Same here.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back unless my internet sucks, because my internet's super inconsistent these days. So unless my internet sucks, I'll be streaming this again next Wednesday, starting at 7 CST.
Which
And
is 9 Eastern. I'll also be streaming it next week.
no, it's
8
8
Eastern?
Eastern.
8 Eastern, sorry.
Yeah,
8
and it'll also
Eastern.
be over
My
on
brain is
Definitely Not
gone.
Griffin's channel.
Yeah, we need to sleep because my
Um,
brain's gone
He'll
too.
be uploading all this to YouTube.
Yep.
So if somebody wants a link to that, we have up to week 5. We don't have anything before that because Griffin, we can blame Griffin.
Yeah, I dumped.
If somebody wants that link, let me know, and I'll dump that
Hashtag Blame
chat.
Griffin.
Yep. Week 5
So-
onward, though, we have.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks everybody.